does, and then him browbeating you about. Right?
5, 4, 3, 2. What's going on, everybody? I am your host, the Carolina Collector. Yeah, I guess we're doing this again. I was actually going to let this go because I thought that the Stay Puft Chili Man or Doritos Man here would have learned his lesson. After 3 separate videos came down, and he's tried to strike my channel, which will most likely be unsuccessful. We'll see. I was actually willing to let this go, and I said this in one of my most recent live streams that if he behaves himself and he doesn't fucking talk about me, I'll let it go. I'll drop my videos and my live stream, and I'll take him down. Apparently, he doesn't know when to quit, because that's what leftist social justice warriors, and clearly you're going to see who this guy is. Doesn't have a sense of humor. He's an ethical and moral crusader. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, because I actually printed out some stuff right here to stomp on him, to prove him incorrect. There is going to be a little bit of science and some logic behind it, because I come with the receipts. So without further ado, let's talk about Fat Boy Fudge here.
Chose to pull the original video that...
And before I begin, this is under the Fair Use Act for critiquing and criticizing, by the way. For the manual YouTube reviewer, I have every right to criticize him like he's criticizing me.
This is based around. I pulled that down myself. Apparently, comparing somebody's public behavior to other creators is a little bit too much for some egos to handle. And I'd rather...
I have every right to present myself on this channel any which way I feel like. Apparently, my channel's bigger than yours, dickhead. There's a reason why. Because I have a sense of humor and you don't. People are tired of being held down by language. And if I come out with a joke or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, or if I say something off kilter like flipping you to bird, I can do that. I'm allowed to do that. I'm a grown adult. And apparently people enjoy it. That's why I have more subscribers than you do. But he's so butthurt by a lot of the things I say, because he never took the time to know me. He doesn't know me at all. I've told you my life experiences, what they are. He brings up all sorts of crazy shit. And I can defend myself against every one of his stupid fucking talking points, because everything that he brings up, either I've had happen to me, it's been done to me, or I've had to go out of my way to do it myself. And again, he picks on my eBay business and all that kind of stuff. And he hides behind his LLC. Oh, you guys are going to love this.
Do not deal with bad faith strikes. No.
They're not strikes. They're privacy takedowns. There's a big difference. So right off the bat, it's a fucking lie. Because he knows he fucked up. He ran into a guy that will stand up to him and fight back. Clearly, he's a social justice warrior. He's definitely a one of these overly sensitive leftists. Especially with his voice when he talks like this. He must be a homosexual and a soy boy. I hate to pick on him this way, but since he won't fucking quit and give up, I'm going to have to stomp on him even more.
Now that we've cleared the air on why the video is structured the way that it is, let me be clear about why we're here today. Recently, the Carolina Collector...
Oh, by the way, he censors all of his videos. Apparently, he doesn't like foul language. Fuck, 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 fuck. I'll swear all I want. I trust a person that uses foul language in front of me, at least in a joking sense, than somebody that doesn't swear. And he doesn't swear at all. He bleeps out. Well, if you notice, you don't see my image in the background because he's afraid I'm going to hit him again with a privacy takedown. That's how cowardly he is, because he knows I'll flex. I can flex right now because he actually verbatim used my title of my video about scalpers, scalping Starscream and Hot Rod. Right then and there, I can file a privacy complaint if I so choose to. But I'm not going to be so petty. Let's keep going with this.
It's in a 16-minute rant titled, These Transformers Studio Series figures are...
And his video was 37 minutes and something change seconds. What is it, 37:32? Oh, look out. Boy, making a 16-minute video seems to be a problem on YouTube when there are multiple videos and multiple channels that have long videos like mine. Your video is 37 minutes long, good sir.
Are being scalped by resellers.
That's right.
Now, on the surface, talking about...
Have I ever sold at any time closed box Transformers? Ever? For those that have bought off of me or those that know my eBay store, have I ever sold sealed Transformers at my eBay store? No, not once. I've actually negotiated a lot of prices. There is something called market value, dumbass. But never once have I ever verbatim resold something directly off the shelf. What I did do, however, is replace the old with the new, dummy. Which I have every right to as a collector.
Any toy shortages, bot snagging, and inflated secondary market prices is a totally legitimate conversation.
Yes, it is. I agree.
Scalping is a real annoyance for collectors across every hobby.
Have I ever scalped? Ever? Have I ever sold closed boxes of baseball cards over at my eBay store? Have I ever sold brand new sneakers? There's a pair of sneakers on eBay right now that are used by me that I cleaned up, that I'm trying to get rid of because I got too many sneakers. I have every right to downsize my collection. I'm currently selling them at like $50, which is way more below the market value than they should be. But he brings up Transformers. Oh, we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to his bullshit in a little bit, as I got the receipt sitting right there on top of my LLC, which he's clearly offended by.
However, as you dig into what he actually says throughout that vid...
And one other spoiler alert, he actually tries to shame me that I'm a no good man according to his beliefs, his ethics, his morals. He doesn't have a fucking clue what I've been through in my life, ladies and gentlemen.
The argument completely falls apart under the weight of wild classist stereotypes, massive hypocrisies regarding his own business practices.
Right, I have 100%
and
feedback
the
rating.
refusal to take any accountability.
Oh, I'm running a business. It's so wrong. I'm making money. Look out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Listen to him. He's an ethical social justice warrior. You already know what he's all about. I don't even have to show you the rest of this. As all it is a shaming. This is what leftists do. Apparently, he's better than I am as a collector. You have every right to do what you want with your stuff at the end of the day. No matter what fucking Tubby McGurk here says. Oops, what did I do? Uh-oh, my bad. Sorry. That's staying in, by the way. I'm not going to edit nothing. Oh, why did it jump all the way there? All right, let's go back. Sorry about this, folks. This is all staying in, by the way. I guess it's wrong. Must be racist to push my black remote control.
Claims step by step and look at what was actually said. Now, to those who are unaware, this is going to be simply me. This is simply a talk.
And again, if you actually look at this man, it's everything that I said. He's severely overweight, morbidly obese. He's the reason why our healthcare system is the way it is, because of gluttony and sloth. Meanwhile, if you notice, he's wearing a Carhartt t-shirt, probably a 3 or 4 XL, to cover up his shoulders, because I called out his hairy arms. I guess now he's too ashamed to show off those big guns. Well, at least my skin doesn't flop around as much as he does. But let's go on.
Point video, because I actually did a full-fledged react to his video. But
so you can do a react video, but I can't, right? Again, a one-sided leftist. This is what they do.
I'm guessing he didn't like it. So I ended up taking it.
No, it's not because I didn't like it. It's because you were fucking lying about me and lying about my business and making up bullshit to try to put me into the same category as DSP. And he does this a lot, because all this is nothing more than an exercise in shaming tactics without any facts. Wayne, so he talks about plastic.
Down so I can save myself any sort of hardships down the road. So basically, I'm going to be doing a talking point based on things he said in his video. And if you need to, you can always go to his video. It's on his channel. You cannot miss it.
Which is true. And a lot of the things that I said on there were mostly factual. That people are sick and tired of getting scalped. I don't scalp. I want any one of my customers to comment in the comment section of this video if ever I scalped any kind of item on my eBay store. And have I ever tried to inflate the prices? As a matter of fact, a lot of my prices were negotiated for a lot less than what they could have sold for. And by the way, I have a 100% feedback rating on eBay with over 2,000 items sold. It's actually over 3,000 items sold with over 2,000 positive feedbacks at this point, I believe. Or it's somewhere around 2,000. I forget. I don't know these things. I don't remember them because they're not as important to me as he thinks they are. What matters is that when you go onto my eBay store, you'll see that I have a 100% feedback rating for a fucking reason. I must be good at what I do.
So let's get on with the video, shall we?
Yes, shall we? Let's do that.
Okay, so the way that this is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, is this video is going to be broken into several portions.
Yeah, a lecture about how bad a person I am according to him.
Based upon what he said in his video. I kind of did a little bit of research and, kind of just try to put it into some talking points, I guess.
No, he didn't do any research. As a matter of fact, I'm going to prove it in this video with a couple examples that I have here, as a matter of fact.
As you can say. So let's get on with that first section right now, shall we? We have the opening hypocrisy. This basically starts off with him,
Let me see if I can save some time here. The claim, he introduces himself, thanks his audience, and asks for channel growth support, which every YouTuber does, by the way, nothing wrong with that. Right in his introduction, he directly plugs his own eBay store, right, which I have a right to do. I run a business. That's my right to do that. Where he sells Transformers, figures, sports cards, and other items for financial support. Yes, because that's what I do. I am officially retired. But he doesn't know that. But he just made arrogant assumptions and made exaggerated claims about me. And we're going to respond to this one immediately. Because when I go into my wallet right here, and I've had people actually do this. They call it my fucking union hall. This is my union card. You're going to see initiated 1998. And then you're going to see another word on there that starts with an R. I want you all to look at that. What does that word say on there? Go on. Fuck that. It says retiree. Retiree. I am retired. That's right, folks. He doesn't know that. But he jumps to arrogant assumptions and exaggerated claims to try to score brownie points for himself, to try to make me look bad. I am officially retired by law. In a court of law. Do I really have to pull out my court papers from the multiple hearings that I've had over the years to explain to this walking example of why our healthcare system really needs to be revamped? Oh, he mentions EBT, by the way, and I've told you my story about myself and food stamps. Well, fat fuck over here is going to get a really, really good lesson with that. But I am officially retired in the eyes of the law. Dummy.
Doing like what a lot of content creators does, saying things to his audience and all that stuff. It's really kind of normal. Nothing really offensive or anything.
Now, I want you to take a look at this stupid fucking thing that's here. Right in the first minute of the video complaining about how awful reselling is, he actively advertises his own eBay resale shop, selling the exact same products on the secondary market while yelling at secondary market sellers. Sets the tone for the entire video. That right there is a bunch of shit. I want you to see an example, because he picks on this one a lot. Transformers Studio Series Voyager Class Hot Rod, F0712, etc., etc. I sold my previous copy, which I reviewed this on the channel. This is the More Than Meets the Eye hot rod. This is the latest edition. It's more cartoon accurate because of the colors and all that stuff. But essentially, it's the exact same as the previous version of that. I wanted that version, so I sold the old one. Out of box, directly off my shelf. And there's a photo of it right there in my eBay listing. I sold it for $34.99. Do you know that these fuckers, and anybody can go fact check me, are selling it for way more out of box? So how is that scalping, stupid ass? It's not in box, dummy. But did he bother to do his homework? Of course not. It'd be too much for him to get up and actually type on a keyboard. You know, his fingers, as swollen as they probably are from eating all the fucking hamburgers and hot dogs and fucking candy that he does, he probably has to take a pencil point and duct tape it to his hand so that he can push the individual buttons. I guarantee to actually type a sentence takes him about a half an hour to 45 minutes. Guaranteed. But there it is. I dare anybody to go on eBay and look for something that's a lot less. And if you find one, good for you. But these are going for way more out of box than what mine sold for. And the buyer actually negotiated with me to get it down to that price. Just like this one over here. Transformers, War for Cybertron, Optimus Prime, War for Cybertron, blah, blah, blah. I sold my copy for $29.99. There are other sellers that are selling that for way more than I did. And anybody can go look. But you think this fat, balding, greasy, slimy, out of shape, overweight fuck would actually take the time to do some research?
Thing really inflammatory at all. I mean, it's your standard. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like,
all right, let's get past that
page. He does, and I feel like bobbing my head around back and forth like that all the time. So you may see me bobbing.
Yeah,
my head.
okay, whoa,
But
I could do that too.
What I'm trying to say is, this guy is yelling about the secondary market when he actually partakes in the same thing.
Wrong. All my baseball cards are loose. If I had graded cards are highly sought after by collectors. That's just the nature of the market. But not once, ever, have I sold Transformers toys or anything as such at my eBay store in box. It's never happened. I might sell sneakers in box, but I know as an eBay seller, I'm not going to get what I'm asking for. So I usually start my sales at around half price, something like that. Maybe sometimes I'll try to get out of it what I'm trying to sell the thing for. Look at the Harrison Bucker jersey, for example. That's a $500 jersey, plus the patches that yours truly, were able to source on eBay. And what did I get out of it? $109. Plus, I added a hat to the listing too, which was about $40. Wrong, dick face. Wrong. I didn't scalp my own jersey,
so
dummy.
That is basically the opening credits, I guess you could say. The opening segment. There you go. Opening segment. After that, we went to the
Let's see if I can save you folks a little time. The claim, he discusses how hard it is to get the Target exclusive figures like Studio Series, Hot Rod, and Starscream. This is true. This is a real thing. They became exclusives. These are figures that people want. These are the primary figures. The names within the Transformers franchise in G1. Of course people want this, but Hasbro dropped the ball. They made them exclusive. I got mine from a company called CMD in Canada, and I was lucky to get my copy without any stress. He probably didn't get his copy. That's why he's throwing a fucking temper tantrum like the big overweight baby that he is. He looks like he has a diaper fetish, by the way. And I know he doesn't have a sense of humor, so I'm going to keep fucking throwing jokes in there, baby.
the retail pricing versus the import fees. So basically in this section,
So before he even prattles that disgusting mouth of his with the fucked up teeth, the contradiction.
He explicitly admits later in the video that he just sold his previous Studio Series Hot Rod figure.
Which is my prerogative. It's mine to sell. It was open box. And he tries to hone on this particular item. There it is. There's the listing. Sold. $34.99 plus shipping. And I listed this at a 2% promotion, by the way. That's my prerogative. I wanted a better version of that figure, and I got it. What's the big fucking deal? What's the big fucking deal? These are going for way more than what I sold mine for. Believe me, friend. Look it up yourself. How about actually looking at the fucking numbers, fat ass? fat homo. That's all he does. He harps on this shit. Like it's the end of the world. How many people are out there reselling Transformers? When Cyclone, you know what? I'm going to bring them out right now to prove a point. Because when my Cyclonus, the new Cyclonus, the More Than Meets the Eye, Studio Series 86 Transformers movie Cyclonus comes out, I have a decision to make. Here's my Cyclonus. I've already posted it on my community page that I've already ordered for my copy from CMD, of course. So if I decide to resell him, he's going to throw a fucking temper tantrum. It's mine to sell! Fucking dummy. I can sell him if I wanted to sell him right now, knowing that down the pike it's already paid for. My copy's paid for. I have every right to sell this guy if I so choose. Do you see it in box? None of my Transformers have ever been in box. Sealed, as Pat the NES Punk would say. Fucking idiot. I go through every single listing and I come up with an average. And if I see that if it's not selling at the prices that other sellers are selling theirs for, I lower the price to make it cheaper for everybody. And eventually somebody will pay for it. These things are as valuable as people make them. Just like your fucking diet. Which is probably expensive, by the way. He complains about having to pay secondary market prices or import markups, which is true. Thanks to Trump, we have tariffs. And then he brings up the fact that I support Trump, and I blatantly said recently that I stopped supporting Trump. I've been selling off my MAGA hats. As a matter of fact, one of them came back, by the way, but that doesn't mean anything. The fact of the matter is I've been selling off my Trump hats because I don't support Trump anymore. But he glazes over that fact. Oh, that comes up in this video.
He basically talks about how hard it is to get a Transformers exclusive figures like, say, Studio Series Hot Rod or Starscream. And I don't give him credit. It is very hard to get those figures.
Yeah, I got mine.
Constantly. Look,
and I got Starscream.
Even Hot Rod seems to be MIA right now. I've looked on Target's website. I cannot find that sucker. He's on Amazon, but he's not on Target.
That's why he's angry at me that I sold my copy for what I did, because he didn't get his. Throwing a temper tantrum for something that he could not obtain that I was able to obtain. As a matter of fact, let's rub it in his face even more. Here's my Studio Series Starscream. I wonder if he was going to throw a temper tantrum if he found out that I actually sold all three of my War for Cybertron Seekers to replace them with these. Here he is, Studio Series Starscream. I was able to get my hands on him. Tough shit, Sherlock. You got to be quick on the draw. Unfortunately, that's the way the internet is. Ask baseball card collectors when they're trying to get jumbo and hoppy boxes from fucking Fanatics or Tops. They sell just like that. And if you didn't get it, oh well, too bad. And you're going to throw a temper tantrum over it and then criticize me for having one? And then selling off my old one, which is my prerogative, by the way, because this one is more accurate, dummy.
Currently, Starscream is still sold out. He then goes to talk about how he ended up having to go and buy Hot Rod from Canada.
Yeah, that's true.
Thus having to pay extra costs in tariffs and other surcharges.
That's true.
He then complains about scalpers listing them for inflated prices on eBay.
Do you know how much these Hot Rods, these, are going for right now? $70 or more. That's how much they're going for. That's not a lie. And meanwhile, the previous version, which you see right here on paper from my own eBay account, the previous version, I was able to sell my copy for $34.99. And they're going for way more than that open. And they don't even have the accessories. You got two guns, a matrix, and a cutting blade from the movie. Right there in the listing. So mine was complete, out of box. So how's that scalping, dumbass? When people are selling theirs way more than I am, do your fucking homework. How about you get that bacon grease out of your eyes? You know? Take a good, hard, long look, but you can't because your fingers can't fit on the keyboard, can they?
He continues this on to talk about how he admitted that he later sold the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod figure that he had.
Yeah.
That's right. He already had the first release of this figure.
Which is true. There it is. So what?
The new accurate colored figure.
That
which
one.
is from the More Than Meets the Eye
This one.
subline of Studio Series. Later on, he complains about having to pay secondary market prices or import markups. Yet, what does he do? He sells his hot rod figure,
which is my prerogative. And yes, we have to pay tariffs when you're paying for imported goods into this country, thanks to fucking Orange Man in the White House.
basically on the secondary market. He is of the mindset that it's acceptable for him to sell his figures because it helps offset the cost of other.
Yes, it does. That's a fucking fact. I'm spending money to make money, basically. I'm selling off a hot rod I don't want to get a hot rod that I do want. Fucking idiot. That's how the economy works, doesn't it? Huh? Oh my god, this guy's completely lost his fucking mind. I have every right to replace my fucking Studio Series hot rod. And yet again, I'm sitting here talking about fucking toys as a 50-year-old man. Because of this fucking fat prick. Oh my god. It's out of control, folks. It's completely out of control. I have every right to do what I want with my stuff. I can throw out things, I can break things, I can smash things. And if this fucking big fat fucking jigglypuff, I don't even know what to call him anymore. I ran out of adjectives. This fucking walking truck. A walking fucking dump truck. A walking example of what happens when you constantly feed yourself Cheerios with fucking chocolate bars.
The things, but it's disgusting when anyone else sells.
Look at the price I sold mine for, fat boy. That's as much as your fucking takeout, probably, for your morning breakfast. You know, for your Egg McMuffins and fucking sausage patties. And I'm sure you get a milkshake with it too. That's what I sold it for. There you go, $34.99. And that's a lot less than what other sellers are selling theirs for. So how's that scalping? Dummy. I didn't want the figure. I have every right to sell it. But it gets interesting later on, because I did watch this prior to me making this video. You're going to hear what he says. We'll get to that.
Or list a figure on a secondary market. I ask to all of you, how is that fair? How is that fair to anyone? How is it okay for him to be able to use his eBay store to sell figures, but when other people try to sell a figure, they're scalpers, they're resellers?
Hello, dummy. I'm looking at an example of it right here. Nike Air Jordan sneakers. The fucking sneaker market collapsed because of fucking scalping and fake shoes. That's right, I'm going to criticize them. That is scalping. What I do is just simply clearing out my own stuff. Because I can't use it anymore because I got a superior figure. A fucking toy. Go ask sneaker collectors what they think about this particular subject. Man, they will fucking roast you way more than I am. Because people got tired of buying fucking sneakers off of people that were selling these for $700 or more. Not saying that they did that with these particular shoes, but I do have an example of those shoes. Those shoes. Which I can't stand, by the way, because I've had to repaint these like fucking 3 or 4 times already, as far as the midsoles are concerned. Just ask anybody what happened with the Travis Scott 4s. Which these are an original copy. I used to have a knockoff because I didn't want to wear these. But one day I said, you know what, fuck that, they're sneakers, they need to be worn. So I started wearing them, ha ha ha, if you don't have a pair, too fucking bad. And I am going to flex because I can. What's the fucking problem? Here's an example of it right here. And if I don't feel like wearing these anymore and I want to clean them up and get some money back in my pocket, that's my fucking right to. Stupid. Maybe you should have been a little smarter and started your own fucking business. But you can't. You're too busy shoveling food down your fucking throat.
They're flippers, whatever. To me, that screams hypocrisy.
Really? In what way?
Okay, so
How am I scalping my own stuff? Listen to that talking point he just said. How is it scalping selling my own shit? You know why? Because he probably can't afford to pay for these things. He probably did. He claims he's such a great lifelong Transformers fan. I guarantee he wasn't able to get this. I guarantee he wasn't able to get this. And when the pre-orders, and I hate using that fucking term pre-order, there's no such thing as pre-order. You either order it or you don't. Thank you, George Carlin. God bless you. Rest in peace. I can imagine if he's trying to get his hands on the new Cyclonus, and I have mine right here, as far as the previous version is concerned. I'm scalping my own stuff. That's his argument. You gotta be fucking brain dead. Oh my God, that's what happens when your brain is filled with marshmallows and chocolate chips.
But we move on from the retail pricing issues.
Oh, this is a new thing here. Hold on now. So let's read this. Because I want to make sure you... Is it... Wait. Does he move on with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so... Oh, I did it again. Damn it. I'm moving... It's all going to stay in, folks. Bear with me here. This is part of the comedy, by the way.
Thought that he was just
There we
having
go.
a bad
Okay,
day.
pause. So... The claim. He launches into a broad rant about scalpers claiming that we are plagued with parasites, welfare recipients, trailer park trash, and people living in public housing projects who live off of EBT. Most of that happens to be true because most of those people don't have regular jobs. And to criticize me for not having a job, I'm fucking retired. My union card says it. I'm officially retired, dummy. You do know what English is, right? I'm going to show it again because he harps on this point too. I am officially retired. It says it right on my union card. From one of the major unions in New York City. I'm retired. I don't have to do my eBay stuff if I don't want to. I do it because it takes up time. It takes up my time. Keeps me busy. Yeah, I have bad times like everybody else, but my eBay store keeps me occupied, and I make a little money on the side. That's my fucking right to. Fat boy, jackass, fucking... Ugh. I bet you that this man can't walk up and down a flight of steps. I can imagine what his fucking toes look like. They're probably all crusty and I bet you his fucking toes have merged into a single organism like a fat flipper or something like that.
I was just thinking he was having a bad day, but the more I watch his videos, I'm starting to think that this is the way the guy overly just is. But
well, yeah, because have you ever been to Brooklyn, New York? You have people that are out there, and this is true of you New Yorkers, you know this, all right? You have cast iron gates with fucking Lexuses outside their fucking homes having street barbecues. It fucking does happen. I'm a former New Yorker. I should know. Stupid. And they do. Have you seen some of these people, some of these young kids that are having prom days, that they fix up their fucking garages and the parents fix up the properties and they come out looking all gangster and shit like that? Spending thousands of fucking dollars, or actually it's really $1 bills. They're trying to look cool and trying to look down and all that kind of shit. It happens. It's reality, dude. Fucking chunk. That's what I should call him, chunk, from now on. Script point. This is one of the most absurd leaps in the entire video. He takes frustration with retail toy stock and blames people on government assistance. I know what EBT is. I used to be on it. I've actually said that in my videos, that I was on food stamps for a while. I got myself off, thanks to my eBay store. And public housing projects scalping high-end action figures and using store bots requires upfront liquid cash, which has nothing to do with low-income families using EBT. Because most of the people that go to Target, that go to Costco, that are fighting over fucking Pokemon, who do you think they are? I have a whole playlist talking about this. And it's mostly news reports. And you can hear it from the news reporters' mouths. LCSs are getting robbed almost every day for Pokemon cards. And I wonder who's doing it. Low-income, jobless assholes that want an easy payout. Who do you think criminals are, asshole? But he can't accept the reality of that. So he makes up all this bullshit.
anyway, we are now entering the classist.
And here's where his social justice brain switches on. You're going to love this.
Stereotyping and...
Yeah, it's called comedy, asshole.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I originally thought that he was just having a bad day. I was just thinking he was having a bad day, but the more I watch his videos, I'm starting to think that
this man clearly cannot handle comedy. He can't handle jokes. Listen, I got people making fun of me all the fucking time. Not just here on the internet, but my friends break my balls all the time. It's called having a sense of humor. I have every fucking right to make fun of things, including myself. Clearly, he doesn't have a sense of humor because he's self-aware of what he looks like. He's well aware of what he looks like, and he shows his hand in this video. Listen to the leftist bullshit that comes out of his mouth.
Way the guy overly just is. But anyway, we are now entering the...
Oh, by the way, when he moves up, you can actually see, look at how fucking big he is. You know what he looks like? He looks like a capital A. He looks like the letter A. Literally.
Classist, stereotyping, and scapegoating portion of the video.
Typical
And
leftist.
this really goes to show just how low this person can go.
Oh, I can go even lower if I choose to. Believe me, I could be a real asshole.
He basically stereotypes not just scalpers, but almost everybody in that whole orbit. He basically stereotypes them, claiming that they have parasites, that oddly they are welfare recipients,
Yeah.
that they live in trailer parks,
Yes.
and they are people living in public housing.
You can tell he's short-circuiting because he can't think of what to say. He's just kind of going through these ridiculous talking points, trying to call me out. He can barely fucking talk. You know what that is? That's probably Arby's curly fries stuck in his mouth. His fucking face is so fat he can't even speak properly. You know what it is? Maybe shave off about 5 pounds of that dead raccoon you got on your chin, and then maybe you can enunciate words. I happen to speak very quickly, so sometimes I trip over my own words. Sometimes I stutter. But at least you get the fucking point where you sound like a 1930s fucking car that needs to be wound up. Remember those cars, the Studebagas? Is that what they call them? Or maybe he's got a dog humping his fucking leg underneath the fucking table with his big fat letter A looking body. If I was a dog, I wouldn't be humping that.
Projects who just basically live off of EBT.
Yes, they do.
The hilarious issue is that if he actually did some research, he would find out that, getting EBT, you cannot buy shoes with EBT.
No shit, idiot. I've talked about that on my channel. I myself was on food stamps and EBT. I turned my card in. Once I moved to this property, I actually lived on this property now almost 11 years ago. I moved off of it for approximately 2 years and came right back. Once I came back to this property after the wonderful event known as the COVID pandemic, I actually had more money in my envelope living here because I was paying about $250 to $300 less than what I was paying up in North Charlotte. As a result, I had to pay back Mecklenburg County $3,000 in food stamps, and rightfully so. And around that time, that's what prompted me to start my eBay business, because I wanted to be completely separated from the fucking system. I don't want to live off of fucking food stamps. It's not cool, and it's not meant to be forever. But he didn't ask, or he didn't bother to do his homework on me. And I've talked about that on this channel. I was on food stamps for quite some time because of the hardships I dealt with. Thank God I've been able to fucking pull myself out of that, so I'm not dependent on him getting fucking garbage truckloads of fucking food delivered to my doorstep. He definitely looks like he's probably the biggest supporter of DoorDash and Uber Eats you can ever find in this country. Is it wonder why certain store shelves are ever cleaned off? Blame him. I know exactly what the fuck EBT is, dumbass. I was on it myself, stupid. I was actually homeless for a year before I moved here to Charlotte. If anybody knows what it's like to go through hardships, it's me. And because I've gone through those hardships, I know the bullshit that a lot of people vomit out of their mouths trying to get over on the fucking system. Everything I do is by the book and legitimate. Jackass.
You may be able to buy with other cash benefits, but not EBT.
No
you
shit.
Try to use your EBT card to buy shoes, or let's see, what else was it? Basically, or buy a Lexus. Buy Lexus vehicles with EBT.
And you see how he short circuits because he doesn't understand the definition of satire and humor? That I have every right to. I like to give people visual things and images for them to hold on to when I'm joking around, when I'm not being serious about stuff. I like to give people a visual image. So it's like, oh my God, he said that, and you compare it to that. Oh my God, that's awful. That's why I do that. He doesn't understand what satire and humor is. Clearly, I'm facetious in a lot of my videos, because I'm trying to give people a visual fix about the thing that I'm fucking talking about. It's called humor!
Really? Are you going that route?
Yes.
Really? And by the way, the guy who this guy who claims that he is a Trump supporter, he talks about how he has many Trump hats. Is it?
That's true. And what have I done? I've sold most of them. Well, one of them came back in a return, unfortunately. But I've sold almost all of my Trump hats. I gave up on the guy. I fucking said that recently in my videos. But this is somebody that's cherry picking. He's just looking for things to talk about. I've already said I've denounced Trump because of the bullshit. The high taxes, still, the fucking high gas prices, high gasoline prices, the war that's going on right now in Iran against fucking Israel and everybody else, and now Kuwait's involved in all this kind of shit. You know, you got the thing that's going on with Ukraine and Russia, and you know, he continuously fails with the Supreme Court. Janine Pirlo and the Department of Justice actually turned on him recently for the fucking reflective pool in DC. Did I miss something here? I've talked about this on camera already. But the problem is when you have a Willy Wonka swimming pool on your floor, a big chocolate fucking river, and you're wading through it because you're a big fat lump of fucking redundant protoplasm, you know, your brain can't catch up. It's all clogged up with fucking peanuts and cashews and fucking raisins. It's trail mix with fucking chocolate milk all in his fucking brain. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I've said this already. I've denounced the guy how many times already? You can tell he's got TDS.
Isn't Trump the one who has recently helped to start basically restructuring what EBT can buy?
Yeah, no shit. No junk food, no soda, no candy, no nothing, no cookies. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I don't need to look up the information about that. He should be eating healthy, which he probably has a problem judging by the way he fucking looks. Do what I do. Take some supplements, change your diet, drink some water, and do a little exercise once in a while. It helps. He happens to focus on food a lot. You notice that in this video? He's specifically harping on EBT. Because he's probably on EBT himself. Or some other fucking benefit. I'm on fucking government assistance. You know why? It was court appointed, idiot.
That's right. This guy doesn't even know what you can buy with EBT.
What you can buy with I should know. I was on food stamps. I talked about that a long time ago on this channel. But it kind of glanced over him because if he were to find out that I talked about that in many, many, many of my videos and live streams, he would go, oh. You're talking to a guy that lived in his car for a year, asshole.
This has to be one of the weirdest, absurdest leaps of this entire video.
He can't put two words together. He's so fucking triggered right now. Up. He's almost foaming at the mouth. Listen to how he talks. He's probably got a chicken bone stuck in the back of his throat. I feel sorry for the guy. Someone render this man CPR, please. You might need a crane and an excavation crew and a demolition crew. And maybe an entire squad of fire trucks and ambulances.
It really has to. Somehow he has convinced himself that the only people who are scalping, flipping, reselling, by the way, that's what he does, that these people are
wrong. I have the fucking proof of it right here. I sold that hot rod for a lot less than other motherfuckers are. And I'm a scalper? Really? When was the last time I moved 12 dozen shoes over at my eBay store? Brand new in box. Selling a pair of shoes for $1,000. Huh? Or any of my baseball cards. Currently, some of my baseball cards are so fucking worthless, I'm not able to sell them. They're like $1 or $2. Yeah, I must be scalping them too, right? Fat shit. I have every right to sell my stuff for what I think it's worth. based on what I see in the market. It's called research. Stupid ass. He's making it sound like I sold that hot rod brand new in box when I sold it out of the box because the fucking photo is literally right there from my own listings. Stupid. Fucking Captain fucking Doritos.
Are somehow only on EBT and that they are abusing the system.
They do.
He talks about how they're
That's why Trump clamped down on it, because people were buying candy, they're buying cupcakes, they're buying. Just ask him. You can tell what his diet consists of. Wearing a fucking 4X Carhartt shirt. Look at him. I'm telling you, he looks like a fucking pyramid. He looks like one of the Egyptian pyramids. He's an uppercase A. That's what he looks like. He looks like a fucking cone. That's why when I look at a man like that, I'm glad I lost weight the way I did. I feel so bad for the guy. If he just made some more healthy choices in his life, he can completely turn it around. Paracopa, my friend. Good luck.
Botting and botting to get high-end figures. The thing is, to buy bots and all that stuff, you need liquid capital. You need actual cash. Guess what? You can't get liquid cash from EBT. Please, make this explain to me how you can somehow...
Make this explain to me? What kind of fucking sentence is that? When did I ever say that bots and EBT are the same? Or people that use bots are the same as EBT or some other shit? It doesn't make any fucking sense. We got to hear that one again. I'm even confused. I'm confusing myself because of what he just said. I'm actually short-circuiting.
Botting to get high-end figures. The thing is, to buy bots and all that stuff, you need liquid capital. You need actual cash. Guess what? You can't get liquid cash from EBT. Please, make this explain to me how you can somehow transfer cash.
Make this explain to me? Make this explain to me. I know sometimes I fumble my words and I fuck up. Make this explain to me. I should make that into a t-shirt. I'm going to coin that phrase. I'm copywriting that. Make this explain to me. You can tell the guy is completely fucking short-circuiting at this point. Because he's made it about him. These are his personal views. He's made the hobby about himself. We're in this almost 45 minutes at this point.
From EBT itself. I'm not talking about like cash cards or anything. I'm talking about food stamps. How do you get cash off of a food stamp card and enough cash at that to be able to afford bots?
Here's why, dummy. Let me explain it to you. Because people are so desperate to make extra money, they'll sell fucking anything when they're on government assistance or on food stamps. That's why people go out there and scalp. Why people go rob and steal, because they're trying to bolster their own income. And if they happen to have an extra $30 to order for a brand new Studio Series More Than Meets the Eye Transformers 86 hot rod, they're going to buy it so they can sell it for twice the amount, so they can get their money back, plus they get extra money that they can spend on something else, like Nike Air Jordan sneakers. Ooh, that must piss him off by me saying that. But that's a fact. That's what they do. Doesn't matter if they have an EBT card in their pocket. What matters is that they find a way to get money to buy these things in order to bolster their income, because they can't get a job, or they're convicted felons, or they're just fucking thieves. Some people, and I will give credit where credit is due, people get desperate. People do get desperate when they don't have food on their table and they got to feed their kids and they have no other choice. But when I see people going into fucking Costco fighting over Pokemon cards, put two and two together, folks. Do I really have to finish this sentence? That's how pathetic things are out there in our society. He should be really talking about that. Grown adults fighting over fucking Pokemon, which is supposed to be for children. Just like this. See, I can make fun of myself. Dummy.
To be able to get all the high-end stuff. This guy is he is having some difficulties. I can't really say anything else, but he's having difficulties. He literally thinks that people on government support are somehow funding a cabal of scalpers, basically. And we're supposed to...
Is there a special place? I gotta laugh at this one. I'm sorry, folks. That one broke me. They have a special underground network of EBT fucking clubhouses. You know, it's like, oh, what's that fucking group in The Simpsons there? The fucking secret society in The Simpsons, like the Freemasons or some shit. They got special meeting halls underground somewhere with special handshakes talking about how they're going to use EBT. Did I ever fucking say that? Ever in any of my videos? He's clearly making this one up. It's the most absurd fucking bullshit because he's into his feelings. I never said that.
Take this guy seriously? Really? Really?
Really? Really?
Okay, so up next we actually have... This is like the very first thing when I came across this.
All right, let's pause it here. Let's see what his new thing is. The claim. He launches into a broad rant about scalpers claiming that we are plagued with parasites. Is this the same shit? Yeah, this is the same shit. Okay. I thought he was going into a new topic.
Individual. This is the first thing that really kind of made me start to kind of disagree with him, besides the whole cabal of people, you know, low income.
You didn't disagree with me. You got triggered by me. Big difference between those two. Because during your entire video, that's what he sounded. He looks like excuse me. Remember the Three Stooges? He's like Shemp. Shemp used to do that. I think even Mo Howard did that too. Because he can't put his words together.
People are actually scalpers or whatever.
And
this is something I will call him out until the day I die.
Okay.
For some reason, he has the belief that because he was at 9/11.
Oh, we're going there, folks.
The two towers, and because of that, he suffered some unknown ailment, and because of that, he can no longer work a 9-to-5 job. And because of that, he uses that as an excuse for him to be a reseller on eBay.
That's why I have hobbies, and that is exactly why I sell on eBay. Because I'm fucking retired, you fat shit. Oh my God, do I really have to do this again? Once again, I'm officially retired, which means I could sit on my cloud and do whatever the fuck I want. I could rub and tug in a corner if I want to. I could sit here and be fucking fat and waste my time all day talking about bullshit on the internet like you do with all your conspiracy theories and bullshit. He talks about everybody. Fucking Asmongold, DSP, and all these motherfuckers. Because he has to make himself feel better at the expense of others. That is narcissism. He's a sociopath. That he's so invested in what I do. I earned my right to sit on my ass. And I chose, instead of becoming a raving, raging alcoholic, and I used to be a wild fuck when I was younger. I don't deny that. I did have a reputation back then for drinking just a little too much. I was taking painkillers. I don't deny any of that stuff. These days, I am now 49 and change years old, and I have calmed down considerably. I enjoy my time at home. I give food and snacks to the kids around here. I have I did a live stream recently about me repairing a vacuum right here in my living room to give it to the social worker, to give it to the low-income housing people that are here on the property. And I got 2 big garbage bags of clothes and other stuff to give away for free. I can do that. I'm allowed to do that. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and cannot do with my life? He's so offended by my eBay business. Because I guarantee this fat shit couldn't get a job at Kmart if he tried. If Kmart was still around. That's exactly why I said that. Because he can't get a fucking job. He's too big and too fat. And he's so offended by the things I said. And you notice how he picks on certain things? He's probably on food stamps himself. But meanwhile, if this backdrop, this fake backdrop, this green screen that he's in front of, because he does have other videos with different green screens that he hides behind. Most of them are black and all this other shit. I bet you every last dime he spends is on toys because he's so fucking lonely in his life. He's so destitute and lonely. No friends. The only people he's got is weird fucking people on the internet. Some of you fuckers are strangers too. I shouldn't even complain about that. But you're fun. As you may or may not know, it is now 5:30 in the morning I'm making this fucking video. You can imagine how tired I am. But I'm not letting this go.
He then also goes on to claim that, he gets upset about sneaker flippers and people who, high sell cards, I guess you could say, uses bots.
Yeah, high sell.
He's just a little nobody. Does anybody else know who talks like this? That's right, DSP Gaming plays it.
So now he's comparing me to one of the most notorious scumbags on the internet, Darkside Phil. Not once, ever, and all of you know this, comment in the comment section below, when I have ever browbeat my audience or shamed my audience to buy anything from my eBay store. I dare you. I won't get a single answer. I'm sure a troll might put something in the comment section, but never once. Ever. If you go to my eBay store and you look, you'll see I have a 100% perfect feedback rating. Fucking dummy. That he's comparing me to the most notorious scumbag out there. Nobody pays me to open up cards. People buy my stuff because they want to. Big difference. Fat shit. You fat, ugly fucking school bus looking motherfucker.
I'm just a little guy. I'm a nobody. Why do they want to pick on me? Wah. That's the same thing this guy.
No, well now I'm picking on you, you big fat tub of shit. I bet you have fucking handrails in your bathtub because you're so fucking fat. I bet you he has a kiddie pool out in front of wherever the fuck he lives. Because he's so fat he can't get into his bathroom. He's probably got grab bars on his wall. I bet you he walks around with a cane or a fucking walker like an old man because he's so fucking fat. And yet again, if this is his true backdrop, take a look at his sneakers. They're all fucking running shoes because no other shoes can fit on his fat feet. Yeah, I'm picking on you, motherfucker. No neck cocksucker. Fake green screen. Let's see where you really live. Take down that green screen and let's see where you live. For real. Idiot.
Yes, and he wonders why people refer to him as DSP Gaming. So whenever people actually do...
Yeah, it's an acronym. Darkside Phil. DSP. That's proper English, isn't it? Isn't it? Did I miss something? It's a fucking acronym. DSP, Darkside Phil, proper English. Oh, my brain hurts. Oh, it hurts. He doesn't know the difference between... He doesn't know abbreviations and acronyms. Oh, fucking... Oh, help, God help us. Oh, Lord Almighty. This is why we need to stay away from Common Core. And we need to start teaching kids how to write cursive again. Otherwise, you end up like this fucking turd. This rhinoceros turd.
Question his motives and everything about working. He basically uses his ailment, I guess you could call it. He uses his ailment as a shield to hide behind his poor behavior.
Poor behavior. Now, Daddy is going to try to tell me what to go do with my life. I could do whatever the fuck I want. I could say fuck all day long. I can come and go as I please. Listen, I learned how to ride a bike a long time ago. I learned how to drive a car a long time ago. I learned how to cross the street a long time ago. I also learned how to crack open my first beer a long time ago. Look where that got me. Anyway, let's not focus on fucking... Let's not stand on the past here. Anyway, I'm just being me like always. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and can't do with my life and my stuff? He clearly... If you can see what's developing here, he's got that socialist communist mentality. Give me that, it's mine! You can't do that with your stuff. Who the fuck is he to dictate what I can and can't do in my own home, or outside, or in my car, or my eBay business, or a fucking chunk of plastic, which I'm sure he can't afford, and I could throw it on the floor all I want. big daddy boo-boo over here is going to tell me what I can and can't do with myself.
This is as a way to hide behind his poor behavior, and he says that basically being a ground.
Yeah, my poor behavior has earned me 1,700 plus subs on this channel. And I get regular donors. And until the downswing of my eBay store, because it's fucking summertime and people are on vacation, I don't blame people for not spending money. But I'm not out there fucking shaking them down like Darkside Phil does. Dummy. This guy's actually literally trying to tell me how I should conduct myself. And I say, fuck you. I'll cuss, I'll swear, I'll eat what I want, I'll drink what I want. But at least I have limits. Because now that I've seen you and you've exposed yourself to me, I definitely don't want to end up looking like you. That's only going to make me even more disciplined, not to gain all that fat, redundant fucking fat that you got hanging off of your fucking body. Imagine that, trying to tell me what I can do with myself. I'm a grown-ass 50-year-old man. I can do what I please. I'm retired. I'm allowed to do that. I can. He doesn't like it because he can't do that. Period.
Zero has entitled him to retirement. And this is something I will say until the day I die, like I already said. He has made for 25 years, almost 26 years now, for almost 25 years, he uses that as a crutch, as a shield. When other people who probably had a lot worse than he did, they have been able to pull themselves up, dust off their pants, and manage in 25 years, a quarter of the century, they have been able to make something of themselves.
I have. It's called being a business owner. Fuck shit. I own a business. I work from home. I'm allowed to do that. That is my choice. That is within the limitations that I'm allowed to do. I don't have to work for a boss anymore. I am retired from a union career. Dummy. I work for nobody but me. And he's got a problem with that because I am my own boss. And I have fun with my business. He doesn't like it. He's too fat to fucking work anyway. Would you hire a guy like this and put him in a fucking snack aisle over at Food Lion? He'd eat the fucking store out of house and home. But he's going to try to tell me what I shouldn't do. Now he's going to shame me. This man has no idea what the fucking 9/11 community has been through. Even I have had my commentary about people in the 9/11 community. We've had a lot of fraud and a lot of fuckheads in there. I've had people accuse me of being a fraud too. And I've showed that paperwork on camera a dozen times. Not going to do it again. But who the fuck is he to come out and say, I need to do better because he said so? Essentially, that's what he's saying. I have a great life. I have a nice little home. I make money on the side here with my eBay business. I get to sleep all day. If I want to rub one off in the corner, I can. I could do what the fuck I want. It's the American dream, to be your own boss. That's what we all strive to. Maybe you should strive to losing 400 fucking pounds, you big white baldy looking fuck. Do like what I did. Look in the mirror and become self-aware. Lose them man tits that you got. Lose the fucking stomach. Maybe stop wasting all your money on fucking food. And do like what I do. Buy supplements. As a matter of fact, we're going to show that off too. This is just a small example. All of you, if you're viewers of mine, you'll know this. I don't even know if I can get all this in my hand at one shot here. This is just one of 2 baskets of supplements I have. This is for boosting my testosterone because I am 50 and you start going low T at a certain age. That's a scientific fact. So all of this right here, I take care of myself. This is what helped me to lose weight. And this is what's helped to calm me down a little bit because I do care about my health. I'm not getting any younger. But that's just basket number 1. Unlike the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man here, this is my daily regimen. This is my daily regimen consisting of mostly B vitamins and amino acids and proteins. Because I care about my health. He clearly doesn't. I take this stuff because of what happened back then, to keep myself looking young and healthy for as long as I can. At least I'm self-aware to do that. Because I used to be a fat shit like you until I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw. And I actually did something about it. How fucking dare he?
Some of those poor people actually had parts of the building fall on them.
Yeah, no shit, like 3,000
Some
of
of
them.
them had chemical burns. Some of them had electrical burns. They still made something out of themselves. But this guy who was doing...
Oh, they did. Oh, really? Many of them have passed away. Many of them don't have fucking toes. Many of them have cancer. Many of them have all sorts of crazy diseases I can't even pronounce or understand. Fat shit. But he claims that all of them made something out of themselves. Really? Go out to Long Island where they have a wall very similar to the Vietnam War Memorial, where they have the names of all the soldiers that died during that war. And ask them if they made something of themselves. They clearly can't. And that is the most fucking disgusting shit that's come out of his mouth so far. I know I've said a lot of outrageous things in the past about that because of what my former home of New York has turned into. It's a communist, socialist cesspool of pronoun people and rainbow shit, and now free groceries. Right, who's paying for all of that? Do I really have to give you guys a definition of what communism and socialism is all about? How dare this fucker say something like that? 3,000 plus people lost their lives. Many men and women in the 9/11 community that are still alive are still dealing with post-traumatic stress. I happen to be one of them. That right there is some real bullshit, folks. And that's one I take personal offense to.
Some undescript job on the site feels that because of what happened, he has some ailment, and because of that, he is entitled to retire and able to have a small small eBay job where he can basically do the same bit.
I've had multiple court hearings over the past 20-something years. With 3 different lawsuits against New York City, New York State, and the federal government because of what all of us went through. And it caused me to fucking lose a career. I ended up feeling very sorry for myself, and I took out my anger on the world. Drank, took fucking painkillers, all sorts of shit. My family was fucking destroyed. I slept in my car for a year. And I actually took my head out of my ass. Thank you, Dad. May he rest in peace, because my father died last year. That I pulled myself out of all of that and started my life over again. And I think I have a pretty good life. That I'm entitled? I'm entitled. I've had 3 different court cases going on simultaneously. That's not entitlement, you fat fucking shit. And I take personal offense to that. What I had to go through and suffer through with depression and suicidal tendencies and everything else in my fucking life. Living in my car for a year before I was able to fucking pull enough money together to actually get away from that shithole where people fucking stabbed me in the heart, betrayed me, and threw me under the fucking bus when I needed them the most. And I started this little eBay business because I happen to be good at it. That's what I can do. I can either become a raging, raving alcoholic or a drug user or make a little money on the side. Guess which one I chose, dumbass?
Business practice that he rants and raves about other people doing. And
he still claims that I'm scalping. I've never once scalped anything at my eBay store. I've been rather fair to my customers. My customers know that. That's why fucking Porky Pig, Miss Piggy, Mr. Piggy, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, you fucking rhinoceros dick. My business practices are none of your concern. That's why I have a 100% feedback rating like I do. And I have returning customers that come back all the time. That I scalped a fucking Transformers figure out of box. That's such fucking bullshit. That's what you call being very hyperbolic, folks.
actually do question him about it, you call him out, he basically acts like DSP Gaming.
What does he do for a fucking living? He's in front of a camera. I'm sure his channel's probably monetized. He's sitting there, you know, this is like In Search Of. Remember that TV show from back in the days with fucking Leonard Nimoy? This is In Search Of. In search of, looking for things that aren't there. With his UFO conspiracy theories and Dark Side Phil and all this kind of fucking bullshit. He's searching for things that aren't there, especially with numero uno. Fucking ingrate.
That's right.
I wonder what he does for a fucking living. Let's question what he does. Clearly, I'm working from home. I live in a nice, clean environment. Oh, it's had its problems here and there, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. And at least I had the smarts to lose fucking weight. What the fuck does he do with his day all day? Except for sitting in front of a fucking computer, wasting everybody's time, gossiping about other people. When he should be looking at himself. He's already got one foot in his grave. He could barely speak fucking English. Meanwhile, I'm able to articulate myself again and again and again and again without going,
I will keep calling you DSP Gaming. You may not like it, but it's the truth.
And I'm gonna keep calling you a big, fat, shameless asshole that doesn't care about himself or love himself enough to lose fucking weight. Lose some fucking weight, you disgusting fucking man animal. Georgie Animal Steel looking motherfucker. Shave that disgusting raccoon tail off your face. I guarantee it's got nothing but fucking Velveeta cheese in that fucking thing. And I'm gonna keep calling you a fat, overweight shit. Fat, overweight, gay, faggot shit, because clearly the way you speak and you're so soft-spoken and you refuse to swear in any of your commentary here, you've got to be a homosexual.
He plays a DSP game and goes, oh well, and he throws a middle finger.
Okay.
You're not cool when you do that. You're an
I think
entitled
so.
individual when you do that. You are
No, because you personally don't like it and you take it as an insult. So I got two of them all day.
about as bad as DSP Gaming, and hell, maybe I'll even throw in Jeremy Hambley. He uses this business of
Jeremy Hambley. He's comparing me to that fucking fraud. Jeremy Hambley. Another 300-pound fat shit. He's really searching. He's trying so bad to categorize me with these other loser internet assholes that he can't even and you see how triggered he gets. I really feel sorry for this guy. One day he's going to die of a fucking heart attack if he keeps going like this. That he wants to be so right. This is nothing more than an exercise in shaming. Because I don't believe and think like he does. I don't talk like he does. I certainly never want to look like that. Remember, I got a full head of hair on my head. And at least I can bend over. I can look down. I can see my dick. I bet you can't. I bet you when he walks like this. Of course he does. Fat shit.
his to resell, which he gets upset at other people doing. He refers to those people as parasites who don't want to work. Well, I'm sorry, buddy. What are you? If you can resell...
I know what I am. It's called smart. It's called being smart. It's called occupying my time. It's called a weight loss program. Not sitting around fucking eating cheese dip all day. I'm smart. I put my money where my mouth is. I started my little eBay business at home where I'm comfortable and I can do my own thing all day, every day. Speaking of that, it's already 5:45, so I've been up all night because of you, you fat shit. I could do what I want when I want. That's the American dream, to be your own boss. I guess from his point of view, I am by definition a capitalist. He's so offended by it, and he keeps bringing that one thing up again and again and again. He's offended that I run my own business. A legitimate business, which I've showed the paperwork many times. Unlike Jeremy Hambley, who's never done it, There's my paperwork. I'll show it again and again and again and again. Unlike Jeremy Hambley, who hides his fucking information and slaps his own sticker on bullshit coffee, at least you know what you're getting from me. Fucking stupid ass.
Without any issues, then those people should too. And if those people, by your logic, are parasites, that makes you a parasite too, I guess, doesn't it?
In what way? Because I'm smart and I make money?
Okay, so with that part...
Oh, notice how...
we
Look
now
at the
move
cut.
on to-
Look at this super edit that he does. That's his talking point. That I'm a parasite. Ooh.
If you
Watch.
can resell without any issues, then those people should too. And if those people, by your logic, are parasites, that makes you a parasite too, I guess, doesn't it?
And then he puts on this smug, fat look. And then he does this.
Okay, so with that part...
Wow, what a talking point. Boy, I'm so
move on
offended.
to the
I'm still going to
classic
sell. There's
has
nothing
no
you can do to stop
value
me.
section, which I find to be goddamn sad.
All right, here we go. So what's his new fucking bullshit? He argues that paying elevated prices for plastic figures is stupid because plastic deteriorates. I can prove that this second right now. All I have to do is show you this World Trade Center helmet right here, by the way, because he's so offended by me being down there and talking about it. There's a dial, and this is a fucking scientific fact. On this piece of plastic, this piece of safety equipment, there's a dial right there on this helmet. All right, that's basically an expiration date, because after a while of sweating and dirt and all that kind of stuff, after you use this for a certain amount of time, the plastic does tend to expire, and the plastic will crack easily. If you ever look at your figures, I have one example of how chemical reactions can affect plastic. All you have to do is just look at this yellowed Cyclonus. Or if you look at old game systems, they turn yellow because there's fire retardant material in there, and it changes color. But plastic does deteriorate. That dial signifies that I can never wear this hat or helmet on a construction site. The death date on this thing essentially is January 2008. That's what that means right there. See that little dial? And how do I know that? Not only did I do a 13-year career in construction, I am also OSHA 30 certified. If I could find the damn card. There it is. OSHA 30 certified. So I studied this shit. I studied this. Plastic does deteriorate over time. When you look at old 1980s figures, He-Man figures are the best example of this. I actually had a He-Man figure on card. The blister turned a dark, muddy yellow. It happens. Plastic has a shelf life. That is a fact. He can't admit that. He is absolutely fucking wrong. Absolutely fucking wrong, and anyone can go on the internet and look that up. I am correct. He is fucking wrong. And plastic simply is not worth anything unless you preserve it and protect it and keep it sealed in a fucking box and all that kind of stuff. Plastic over time does deteriorate. And if you don't think so, this is where I don't believe he's a real Transformers fan. I'm going to show you one good example of what happens with deteriorating plastic. And I got to be careful with this guy because he's only one of two figures I got like this. This is Beast Wars Megatron, Transmetal Megatron. Okay? This is the Japanese version. He claims to be a lifelong Transformers fan, that his fat ass should know this. That this type of chrome can be subjected to chipping over time. That's why they don't use chrome anymore. How do I know that? All I have to do is look at my Transmetals 2 Megatron that's up on my shelf. And gold plastic. Gold plastic. This goes to prove that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about in this entire video. That he's just making shit up. Anyone who's a Transformer or toy fan will know that over time, chrome on plastic does chip if you don't handle it properly. Same thing goes for this gold plastic that's on here. One wrong move and it'll deteriorate. So he clearly does not know what the fuck he's talking about in this sentence right here. Well, let's listen to what Tubby has to say.
Because guess what? He sells plastic. He sells plastic toys. He sells Transformers. That's right. These things have no value, yet he claims he's an LLC, which he does no paperwork. Okay. I think he believes, honestly, that by being an LLC, that makes him better than other people on eBay.
And there you go. There's the jealousy. The jealousy just oozes out of him. He doesn't like the fact that I'm a guy who is much smarter than he is, much thinner than he is, much more intelligent than he is, and way more informed, especially when it comes to fucking science, by the way. He's so fucking triggered by everything I say, and I can disprove everything that he says. And hopefully I've done that so far. He clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. He's offended. He's not offended by the eBay stuff. He's not offended by the gold plastic and the chrome and the LLC and the 9/11 stuff, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He personally doesn't like me. I'm thin. I'm smart. I was smart enough to open up my own business and become my own boss. Tough shit. You do better. Do better. Learn a thing or two. You just saw my union card. It said fucking retiree on it. You just saw my OSHA 30. That taught me about things like this. Expiration dates on fucking plastic, jackass. It's a fucking fact. And if he denies, and he's supposed to be a Transformers fan, he should know this shit. You would think he would know this. Here's an example of it right here in my hands. I have Optimus Primal with blue chrome paint on him. Thank God that hasn't chipped yet. That's because plastic has a shelf life. That's a fucking fact. Unless you take care of these things and preserve them, you're shit out of luck. I dare any of you to challenge him on that one in particular. Because that's the most fucking stupid, idiotic thing I've ever heard anybody say about plastic. A lot of it doesn't have value if you don't take care of it. You know what you have to do to preserve these things? This is an example of deteriorating plastic. With yellowing plastic. It happens on 80s game systems. It happens with the Nintendo, happens with the Super Nintendo. It happens with old school computers. All you have to do is watch any video here on YouTube. Look up the Commodore 64 when people restore them. What's the first thing they do? What's the word I'm looking for? Come on now. Raise your hand, kids, if you know this. Oh, I do. Retrobriding. It's called retrobriding. And that's only a temporary process. Because if you put the fucking thing in the sun or somewhere else where people smoking or anything like that, it's just going to turn brown again. He clearly doesn't know what he's talking about.
Do you know who else used to have a copyright of their image, I guess you could say it was? I'm not sure if it was LLC, but I know that he had a copyright one time, or a trademark. DSP Gaming had one also. Oh, that's right. Like,
I don't have a trademark. He's literally making that up. I could have a trademark, but I don't have a trademark. He's literally making shit up.
I said, I'm going to keep referring to you as DSP Gaming.
And I'm going to keep referring to you as a big fat faggot. I can move my head too.
Because you act like DSP Gaming.
There, Daddy's trying to tell me what to do. Big fat balding shitless fucking... Big fat balding ugly skeevy slimy fucking overweight imbecile here is trying to fucking shame me and put me down. Like he's my fucking father. Get the fuck out of here, man, you fat ugly fucking piece of shit. Dude, I'm telling you, man, if you were to fucking take this dude, if God forbid something ever happened to him, and you were to slice up all of his fucking skin, you could have luggage for 15 families. That's how much leather you could pull off this fucking elephant.
Until you make a video where you're not acting like DSP Gaming, guess what? I will refer...
I'll act any way I fucking please, you fat homosexual asshole. I have a feeling, the way he talks, and you listen to the way he talks, he's trying to be a fuck... I think he's like a bondage... What do they call them? like a dominatrix or some shit. That's what he sounds like. He's like, Daddy Spank. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm going to have all the fun I please. I'm going to cuss. I'm going to throw the bird. I'm going to talk about what I want. I'm going to refer to you as fat shit. That's your new nickname. Fat shit. Augustus Gloop. Barney the Dinosaur. Any fucking fat fuck nickname will do for you. Grimace.
You as DSP Gaming. But anyway, back to...
Oh, I'm so offended. Look at how offended. It changes nothing. Oh, look, the roof is still over my head. The lights are on. My LEDs here for YouTube are on. Still got my Transformers. Boy, everything is okie dokie, isn't it? And I still got my eBay business. And the plastic does deteriorate. Fucking asshole. Turned inside out.
Dang. So this guy, his argument of this portion is that people are paying elevated prices for plastic figures, which is stupid because after, say, 30 years, the plastic figures disintegrate, basically.
They do. I have a major example of this. If you look at like the models that they used in Star Wars, for example, back in the 70s, you know what it takes to keep those things pristine, or at least keeping them together? The glue dries out, the adhesive dries out, the paint chips. He does not know what the fuck he's talking about. In your bathroom when it gets too humid, if you got a popcorn ceiling like I have, sometimes the paint chips because of the humidity. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. At this point, he's just making shit up to try to get brownie points for himself. Plastic does deteriorate. In the Smithsonian, apparently, they have the original USS Enterprise that was restored. They had to do all sorts of repainting and all sorts of crazy shit to that thing to get it to be up to snuff so that this way they can display it properly. Major paintings like the Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, every so often they have to go through a restoration process because the colors fade. If the sun happens to shine on it, you all should know this, especially in the baseball card and comic book communities. If you leave these things exposed to the elements, they do deteriorate. That's a fact. Look at newspaper from the time, from the 40s and 50s. What's the color on most of these newspapers? If they weren't preserved, dark brown. Oxidation, it's called. Fucking idiot. He's clearly making shit up at this point because he doesn't know what he's talking about. And all of this you can look up on the internet. I dare any of you to Google this shit.
And due to this, the figures have no tangible cash value. Unless if it's made of...
Over time, they don't. If you don't take care of these things, that's a fucking fact. I'm surprised that this lasted as long as it did. You know why? Because I had it in storage until I moved into this apartment and I decided to put them up on the shelf. But as you know, all of you who are Transformers fans, especially if you're fucking fans of this fat shit, you all know, and don't be fucking hypocrites, that chrome eventually does peel and chip, and gold plastic does break, especially from this time period, from the 90s. He's clearly fucking wrong with this.
You know, delicate metal, or precious metals, I guess that's what they're called. It's kind of funny that he says this because he sells Transformers on eBay.
Right, and you're offended by that because I'm smart enough to do that. Right. That's my job. It's a business. That's what I do. I can buy and sell whatever I want, especially if it's my own stuff that I don't need, use, or want. Or if it doesn't fit me anymore, I can do that. And he harps on this constantly. Fat shit. Augustus Gloop. Veruca Salt. Fat homo.
If those figures inherently have no value, give them away then.
Now, here's another insulting thing that I wanted to bring up. Like I said, I watched most of this already. I kind of skimmed through all of it. He actually thinks I'm going to give away shit. You know how much stuff I give away? I've talked about this. Some of you have donated to the channel. What have I done with that money? I bought potato chips for the kids. I bought candies. I bought fucking, Jesus, how many packs of Sour Patch Kids for the kids around here? We had a big barbecue recently. I bought hot dogs and buns and burgers and beer and all that kind of shit. I have a brand new vacuum that he won't acknowledge that. I guarantee he won't go back and watch the live stream where I fixed the fucking vacuum cleaner on camera that's still sitting in my car. I gotta wait for the social worker to get in there. I don't know when she works. I don't know her hours. But I got that in bags of clothes. You know how much shit I've given away? How dare this motherfucker jump to conclusions and make assumptions that I should give things away for free? That is the sign of a fucking commie socialist right there. That's what he is. Nothing in this world is for free. When you're pooped out of your mom's vagina, when you're born, that costs money. You know how much it costs to put my dad in the ground? And he's not even alive anymore. And we still had to pay for him. Everything costs fucking money, dumbass. Nothing on this planet is for free. Whether you like it or not. Deal with it.
Go to a Facebook page. Go to Etsy. Go to.
Why doesn't he do that? Look at all the look, this is his. He calls me a hypocrite. He's got. If this is his true background, which I don't think it is, because this is a green screen, you can actually see the green right here on the edge of this ceiling right here, wherever this is he's streaming from. This is a green screen. But if this is his fucking room, his bedroom, which I highly doubt, if this is his fucking home, look at all the closed boxes of Transformers he's got there. Why doesn't he give away his? I'll give away 10 Transformers if he gives away 10 Transformers. He won't do it. They're my toys! Who the fuck is he to tell me what I should give away to people? You know how much fucking food I've given to people around here? I never ask for a thank you. Fucking juices, food, candy, sneakers, clothes. This man doesn't have a clue. And it's right here on my YouTube channel. What did I do last Christmas? I got to re-upload that video where I took a pair of Nike Air Jordans, restored them, and I found them in the fucking dump, the same place where I found the refrigerator. Painted them up and restored them and gave them to a homeless guy. Who the fuck is he to tell me what I should and shouldn't do? I bet you he doesn't donate shit. You know what he does? He donates to the fucking landfill after he's done eating 15 fucking Hostess Twinkies and a bag of fucking donuts. He contributes to our fucking climate change with all the garbage that he puts out.
Go to your Goodwill. Hand them off.
The fuck? Fuck you.
He won't do that. You know why? Because he sees intrinsic value in those items that he knows he can sell.
That's right, and I can do that. It's called capitalism, asshole. I can do whatever I want with my stuff at any time. I could do that all day, every day. Whenever I please. It's my stuff. You can't tell me what to do with my stuff. Just like you can't tell me what to do with my electricity. You can't tell me what to do with my rent. You can't tell me what to do with my dining room table. You can't tell me what to do with my fucking stuff. Period. It's my stuff. The fucking nerve of this guy. Can you imagine the kind of society we live in if everybody got everything for free? All you have to do is just look at my former home in New York and California to see how well that's going.
I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's ass. I'm not. I'm speaking hard facts.
Facts. Facts. These are not facts. With no diagrams, no bar graphs, no printouts, no physical, tangible evidence to prove that plastic deteriorates. That's what that dial is on there for. If you look at most plastic goods, you'll see that. If you leave plastic out for long enough, it starts to change color and all that kind of shit. Just like at Cyclonus right here. I literally have fucking evidence of it. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Now he's just fishing. Can you imagine if we all lived the way this man sees the fucking world? We'd be fucking doomed. We'd be doomed. Why don't this guy give away his Transformers? Why do I have to give away mine? He should be giving away his if he thinks like that. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking selfish fat prick.
Sell something that he claims has no value. No value. he tries to spin it off. Well, you can't take it to the bank, and you can't.
You can't. Go take this to the bank and watch what they do. Can I deposit this in my safe deposit box, please? Can I deposit this in my checking account? They'll fucking laugh you right out of the fucking bank. Clearly, he didn't understand what I was trying to say, because his brain is so filled up with fucking Raisin Bran and Cocoa Pebbles and fucking Lucky Charms that clearly he can't put together a proper sentence without going. Go take one of these. Clearly, it was a fucking joke and satire. It doesn't have any value to the bank, dummy. Some of you, I believe, are highly intelligent and understand where I'm coming from. He didn't understand the joke in that. No, you cannot take this to the fucking... Go pay for your groceries. Let's go to Walmart and go pay for my groceries with Hot Rod here. They'll fucking look at me and say, yeah, we better call the ambulance for this guy. That was the point, fucking moron. And he took it seriously. He took it seriously. I cannot, and this is what people like this do. This is what leftists are. They got no sense of humor. They can't figure out things. It was clearly a fucking joke. It was satirical based on capitalism. That no, you cannot literally take a fucking hunk of plastic to a bank teller and say, yeah, put this in my bank account. He didn't get that. He didn't pick up on that. That one went woof, right over his head.
And get money from it. You can still get money from it by reselling, and that's what you do. That's what he does.
Right. It's an eBay store. It's a small business. That's what you do. It's retail. That's right. You sell things. I still don't understand where he's going with that. He fixates on that because he didn't think to do it himself.
He resells it. And no matter what he says, he tries to act like, well, I give discounts, I give this, I give that.
And I do. Don't I? Most of you who have dealt with me on eBay will know. Hey, listen, you're selling this thing for $50. You think you can come down a little bit? You know, and then we go into what's called the art of the deal by Trump, by the way, because he talked about that earlier on in the live stream. I love a good negotiation. I love working with my customers. Sometimes I'll say, oh, maybe, you know, let's meet in the middle someplace. It's called the art of the deal. That's how capitalism works, motherfucker. That's how business works. You make deals, you compromise, you negotiate. I've had to learn that through my eBay business. But this is him again, just searching and looking for things and trying to pick things out just to try to make himself feel good that he's getting me. Boy, I'm so got.
I try to be good to my customers.
And I am.
I don't know I never bought a damn thing from him.
Well, because you probably can't afford it. And the things that I sell, you don't collect. For example, he's so proud to talk about him being a lifelong Transformers fan. But he doesn't buy baseball cards because he doesn't collect them. See, that's where language gives people away. And this is where I thrive. He doesn't mention the fact that he won't buy sneakers off of me because he doesn't fucking collect them. So why would he buy them off of me? Just like baseball cards. Here, I'll pull some baseball cards up. Where do I got easy baseball cards to access? Here we go. He won't buy baseball cards off of me because he's not a baseball card collector. Duh! Fucking I'm a lifelong Transformers fan. I mostly sell baseball cards and various other items from time to time. I say that clearly. Of course he's not going to buy anything from my eBay store. He's not a baseball card guy. Fucking moron. Oh, that's an easy one to pick out. I never buy it. I probably never will buy from him because you're not a baseball card guy. Stupid ass. What else does he make up?
However, here is something he's going to hate because I know he's going to see this video and I know it's going to rot in his brain. He's going to hear this and I know he's going to make another video. I know he will. Here's a sad fact. It does not matter if he sells, if he resells a figure for 1 cent, $1, $100, $1,000, hell, $1 million. If he sells one of those figures above what the standard price is for a used figure, guess what? He's a reseller. He's a flipper. He already is. But it's even worse because he's going above what the suggested retail price is for a used figure.
That's what they're going for.
He tries to take the high road and throw out words like discounts or plastic has no value.
He clearly doesn't understand the difference between a joke and reality. Things have value based on what people are willing to pay for them. He doesn't understand that fucking concept of what capitalism is. Some things have sentimental value, like this helmet. Even though it has a shelf life and can't really be used in construction anymore because it's past its expiration date, it has sentimental value to me. But clearly, Fatso here, Tubby, doesn't understand that. That's why I buy Nike Air Jordan shoes, because they are valuable to me. And if I don't want to wear them anymore, I have every fucking right to sell them at any price I choose, but I'm not a jackass like that. I try to sell them as low as I can based on what I see in the market. It's called capitalism, asshole. If I were truly a scalper, let's just say if these dropped today and they were brand new in box with the wrapping paper, I would immediately put it up on eBay for $700. That's a scalper. Fucking artard. Fat fucking artard. You really need to stop eating fucking bean burrito chili dip. I'm going to keep picking on your weight too, fat boy.
He's value in these things, because if he did not see value in these things, he would not be paying the fees that eBay gives him that when he goes to try and...
Now, you hear clearly he's really reaching now, where he's stuttering so fucking bad that he doesn't even know what he's talking about. eBay doesn't give me fees. They implement fees because they are a business and I sell through them because we have a capitalist society and they are an outlet for me to sell through. So because they do all the computer work and they do all this kind of shit and they enforce the rules and they're responsible for the shipping labels that you print out and all that kind of stuff. Like, they do a lot of work. They're expecting to get a cut of your sales. That's how eBay operates. That's how the system works. He doesn't understand that. eBay doesn't give me fees. I have to pay them to sell my shit. Do I like how eBay conducts itself sometimes? No. But it's been a great resource for me to supplement my income. But fucking Landwell here doesn't seem to understand how eBay works. I give them fees? Let's listen to him struggle to even speak because of his fucking fat mouth. Look how swollen his bottom lip is, by the way. It looks like a fucking canoe.
He tries to take the high road and throw out words like discounts.
I do.
Or plastic has no value.
It doesn't.
He sees value in these things, because if he did not see value in these things, he would not be paying the fees that eBay gives him.
Sweetheart. Oh, my head. eBay is a fucking business. I sell through eBay. They want their cut because they have the website. They give me fee. Oh boy. This is definitely mental retardation in the likes of which I have never encountered nor experienced before. He clearly doesn't understand how business works. I am selling things through somebody else's website, and they expect to get paid for that, and rightfully so. Just like any of us, when we do something, we expect something in return. Unless you're truly being generous to someone like I've been to the kids around here, I don't expect anything from anyone. It'd be nice to get a beer, but some people become dependent on that. That's why my former home in New York is all fucked up like it is. And that's why California is like the way it is. eBay is a business and they expect to get paid. I don't like it. I wish I got more of my money, but that's how it works. Deal with it. And I will continue to do what I want on eBay and in my personal life and my behavior. What the fuck? People get a kick out of my fucking humor. It's really goofy humor, but it's still humorous. People laugh at it. And if they don't, oh well, tough shit. Go somewhere else. But he harps on my eBay store. He's so offended by the fact that I thought of something that he didn't. It's clearly fucking jealousy. It's jealousy at the fucking worst that you've ever seen it, folks.
That when he goes to try and sell stuff, apparently you have to pay fees on eBay when you go to...
I wonder if he walks up to people complaining about those that have yard sales. I just had a fucking moment of logic. I wonder if he goes to yard sales and complains to people. I wonder if he goes to like... Imagine if there's a troop of Girl Scouts out in front of fucking Walmart. I wonder if he goes and shames them too. They're making money. Go complain to the Girl Scouts. Go complain to old people having yard sales. Well, they're resellers. They're selling their shit and making money to buy new shit or go on vacation. That's their prerogative. Fucking dummy. Fat shit.
Sell items.
Go to yard
He
sales.
would not go through eBay to sell a figure if he felt that those figures were not worth anything, because he wouldn't be getting anything back monetarily wise.
Because that's how capitalism works, stupid.
In fact, he would be having to spend more money in the fees.
Notice, you could tell he's definitely a homo, because every time he talks, he ends his sentences with this. Maybe that's a burrito fart that we're witnessing in real time. Every time he stops and talks to get his point across, he goes, boy, I feel so shamed. It's eBay. That's how it works. It's like when you go through a fucking toll booth. In order to raise money to fix the fucking road, the state collects taxes with toll booths. Well, no more. I'm old school, sorry. They got the fucking easy passes now, or whatever they're called. But I'm being facetious. Jesus Christ. Even Uber Eats, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, by the way, you always see plus tip, plus tip, plus tip. Everybody's hustling these days. What the fuck is wrong with that? Get a load of this guy.
If plastic toys have zero tangible value, why is he selling them?
Because I
That's
can.
basically all I have to ask. If they have zero value, why is he selling them?
Because
Shouldn't
I
he
can.
be giving them away?
Because you didn't understand a joke. And again, he says, give him away. Because you didn't understand a joke, you fucking humorless moron. That's what happens. What's inside your brain is nothing more than a gigantic chocolate Hershey's kiss. And fucking cherry sauce. And ice cream, wherever the fuck it is that you shove down your fucking throat. He clearly missed a joke with that. I dare anybody to bring this to the bank or Walmart. Pay for your groceries. I want fat shit here if he lives by himself or he lives with mommy and daddy. Pay the rent with a fucking Transformers toy. Watch how fast they laugh you out of the fucking leasing office. That was the point of that. And that clearly went over his head. Give it away for free. Nothing on this fucking planet is for free. Maybe when AOC was referring to cow farts, I wonder who they were really referring to. He probably has a deal with the government to protect his identity from being King Cow Fart.
And by the way, if they have zero value, why did he buy them brand new at the time that they were out?
Oh, boy, I'm so gotten. You see how the fucking screen changes to get his point across? Well, guess what? If he's a lifelong Transformers fan, he's got plenty of shorts, he bought some of his new too. He won't tell you that. Oh, but I happen to have noticed that. Go to his YouTube shorts where he's opening up brand new Transformers on camera. I noticed that. I guess he forgot. Too much chicken wing crust in his ears.
Okay, well, if him saying that plastic has no value, even though he sells it, get rid.
How long is this video going for? And I'm doing this in real time. I'm not going to edit it. All right, it's almost 2 hours. I think I've done enough in this video. You all get the point. Should I keep going with this? Honestly,
Hey, you're about to be browbeat when it comes to him and him claiming, that he has LLC. That's right.
you can tell that he's struggling to come up with things to say, that he's just pulling things out of thin air to talk about me. And body language experts will actually tell you about a thing like this, where people struggle, where their imagination is running so far away with them that they're literally conjuring up shit from thin air. Kind of like your credit cards. That's what credit is. It's money pulled out of thin air. I don't want to get into fucking economics. But he's literally struggling to fucking pull things out of the air to try to put me down. And that's what he's been doing this entire video.
He is lecturing his audiences and basically being a self-righteous individual and using LLC as a shield.
Repeating himself because he's got nothing else to talk about. An LLC grants you what's called a limited liability company. That means if you get sued for something or there's somebody claiming damages for something, I can get a lawyer just like that to protect me, because there's certain things that I will not be held responsible for. That's what LLCs do. So far, everything's been great in the past 26 months since I've been doing it. No frivolous lawsuits, no false claims, no bullshit. And why? Is because I'm an honest guy. I'm an honest business owner that takes care of my customers, and I care about my customers. Go look at my feedbacks on fucking eBay. 100% feedbacks, with over 1,000 fucking feedbacks to this day. Even though it was like 99.7% when some asshole tried to fucking extort me for feedbacks because I didn't bow down to his wishes, which I have the right. I reserve the right to kick your ass out of my restaurant if I'm a business owner. If you don't come correctly, you start beating on the bar. Give me another drink. I can kick your fucking ass out. Like this guy, if I own the fucking all you can eat, I would have to call the U.S. military to get him out of there. Fuck that bullshit. It protects you in certain ways legally in case anybody comes after you with bullshit lawsuits. That's all it is.
This is an individual who is telling people that they can't always have what they want in life.
Which is true.
That basically, that you can't always have what you want.
That's true.
But he'll bring up his personal hard life as a crutch.
No, it's called experience. Because I have learned that after a while, with certain things that you cannot obtain in life, if they're too far out of reach, not saying to give up, you should always shoot for your dreams. Go for the gusto. Hopefully it works out for you. But sometimes those goals are not obtainable, and you have to go another way. I've talked about that. I wanted to be a comic book artist, failed. My dad wanted me to be an NYPD officer, failed. I wanted to be a musician, failed. I ended up being a union construction worker, and I had to live with it. It's called fate, asshole. Work with the shit that you got. I worked with the shit that I got. I never thought I'd be selling fucking baseball cards, and yet I am. So what?
To basically lean upon to explain his poor attitude.
I think I have a rather great attitude. Don't forget, I have a bigger channel than you, you fat son of a bitch. And clearly my audience, hey, listen, man, my audience all of you are the best audience I've ever had with any YouTube channel I've ever had. You understand my humor. You understand where I'm coming from. You're all realistic. You're all just like me with possibly the same belief system. Basically the same work ethic. You've had the same experiences that I have. I try to be as relatable to you as you are relatable to me. Hey, I had a viewer that wanted it recently to himself. And he comes back and we're laughing and having a good time. That's what you call being relatable. You are not relatable. All you do is bitch, moan, whine, and complain. And claim to be this ethical warrior compared to other people that are out there in the internet and out there in this world. You are not. You are not. You're a fat, ugly, lonely, overgrown man-child that doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about because you're so jealous that some people are more popular than you, they look nicer than you, they're more eloquent in their language than you are. You're one of these typical fucking people that I can't stand on this planet that are fucking jealous, riding around in the streets because they want to put dumb, stupid, big, fat, overweight people in an operating theater to do open heart surgery without going to school. Because I want to be a doctor because I said so. And if you don't hire me, it's because I'm going to call you a fat shamer. That's right, you're body shaming me. And he's that type of person. He's the type of fat fuck that would demand 3 seats inside of an airplane. Jealous prick.
Always, he will contest that basically that flippers are bad. Flippers bad. Ooh, bad, bad, bad.
And he repeats the same
While
talking
himself
points.
is a flipper. However, under his opinion, because he has an LLC, that makes it totally different. Basically, him being on LLC basically flips the table around. It's like a reverse Uno.
Right.
It's like a reverse Uno. Oh, well, sorry.
Right. Nothing wrong with having a legitimate business, becoming your own boss. Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy.
Hey, I'm LLC. I'm good to go.
And look, he freezes. Look.
I got into this guy's mind.
Short
And
circuit.
told him LLC was basically a get out of jail free card. I think it's the same people who told DSP Gaming it's okay to guilt their audience for money.
Have I ever... He's just repeating himself at this point. This is probably the point where he just constantly repeats the same talking points again and again and again and again. Have I ever at any time shamed any of you or guilted any of you to buy things from my eBay store? Or donate to the channel? I do what every other fucking YouTuber does. Again, he's completely full of shit. I've never, at any time, done what DSP has done. Not once, not ever. I've never said, please buy my cards. Please buy my... I've never done that. You fucking people buy my stuff or else. I've never done that. Not once. That is fucking slanderous right there. I forgot which one is which, libel or slander. I always forget. One's spoken, one's written. At least I know, at least I have the intelligence to use that type of terminology. Listen, I've been on here for almost 2 hours now. It's 6:30 in the morning. I should have been in bed. Instead, I'm doing this fucking nonsense. Calling out fucking King Whopper here. He's clearly making shit up. I've never done that to my audience. Now he's making shit up again.
Simply because you're in an LLC, it does not justify your opinions.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. In other words, he's telling me to shut up. I shouldn't talk. I could fucking say anything I want. Hey, motherfucker, this is the red, white, and blue. My grandfather fought for this country, okay? And he brought up the whole 9/11 thing. I like to see a fat shit like that shuffle around what I shuffle around for the first 5 days I was down there. It got so bad I had to fucking walk away. The nerve of this fucking prick. This is the red, white, and blue. My opinions, even though they're opinions, they're still mine. Voltaire once said, I might not agree with your opinion, but I'll defend your right to say it. Fuck you. Who do you think you are? This ethical and social justice warrior is going to tell people trying to tell me what I should and shouldn't say. I can say whatever the fuck I want at any time, as long as it's within the law, and I'm not screaming fire in a church or in a public place. Fuck you. That my opinion doesn't matter. My opinion matters just as much as your opinion matters. This is his way of telling me to shut up. Well, fuck you. And again, forgive me, guys. I've been on here for a long time. It's exactly 6:30 in the morning. Some night I'm having, huh?
Because you're in an LLC does not give you the right to resell figures and then claim that other people who resell figures are bums, they're parasites,
I have talked about people taking things directly off a shelf and immediately putting up for sale. I don't do that. That's where this fucking cheese whiz, mayonnaise, ketchup, bleeding motherfucker, this guy that can eat a fucking 12-inch fucking hoagie in about 2 seconds. He's worse than the dude that's over at Coney Island that eats the fucking hot dogs every summer. What's his name? Joey Chestnut? I bet you he could eat Joey Chestnut in about 5 seconds if he was a hot dog. I don't take things off the shelf and immediately sell them. That's scalping. I don't do that. asshole. He clearly doesn't understand what reselling and scalping is. I don't go to like Best Buy. I don't go to Barnes and Noble. I don't go to, I have a Lids here in town. I don't go there and buy stuff and immediately sell it. That's what these people do. Fatso here doesn't seem to understand the difference. I am selling used things that I have used or reviewed on the channel. And people will pay for them what they want to pay for them. I'll set a price and then I'll negotiate. If anybody has ever dealt with me, you'll always notice that sometimes I always lower my prices again and again and again until somebody bites. I call it a reverse auction. But I've never taken anything off a shelf and immediately sold it. That's scalping, dickhead. Learn proper English. This whole time, this is not just an exercise in him trying to tell me what I should and shouldn't do with myself and what I should and shouldn't do with my life. Now he clearly doesn't understand the English language and the blubbering blabber that's coming out of his mouth. He doesn't know what scalping is. Scalping is immediately taking something off the shelf and fucking selling it. I don't do that. Fucking idiot.
They're the dredges of society. They are the.
I'm going to skip ahead because he just repeats himself again and again and again.
He talks about how he argues that, that he only buys Jordans because of the childhood nostalgia, and that's okay.
That's true.
That's okay. Everybody buys something because of nostalgia factor, possibly. For me, the Transformers I see. Oh, by the way, he likes to claim that I'm a flipper, I'm a reseller because I keep my Transformers in boxes. I know this is going to fry whatever's left, your brain. I know it's going to hurt you.
Oh, I'm so.
But I'm going to tell you something, and I know it's the equivalent
Here it
of
comes.
learning that sticking your.
I fast forwarded this for this reason.
I know this is going. This is going to.
I remembered the timestamp intentionally. Listen to
big,
this.
But swallow it, you most certainly will.
Listen to this.
Here's a hard fact.
Here we go. Hard facts again.
Just because you open every Transformer you get right off the bat doesn't mean that everybody else does. Some people like taking time to open boxes of Transformers.
Just like I do. I literally have a whole bunch of them sitting right here next to me I haven't reviewed yet, and I have some on the way. Who gives a shit? That is such a meaningless talking point. Who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. Either show it off or don't. What a meaningless fucking gotcha that was supposed to be. Who gives a fuck? So he cares about what I do, but I can't care about what he does because he's so high and mighty and righteous in the hobby. Boy, it's such a precious thing to sit there and worship toys like they're gods. We have one God. I mean, even though sometimes I wear the Mjolnir to respect my roots, a lot of people will say, our Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, is the one true Savior and God. But this guy is literally down on his knees. If he can get on his knees, he probably has a series of pulleys and shit doing this to his unopened Transformers toys. He worships these things. He's there. I guarantee I got to watch because I don't want to break this thing. He's got them all bent over on a 90-degree angle, and use your imagination from that point because there are probably women and children watching this. Even though I've been cussing every other word. But this man clearly has gone beyond fanatic. It's obsessive compulsive disorder. That we like to take our time and who gives a shit? Who cares? Do what you want with your stuff. What does that got to do with me? Do what you want. If you use a scrub brush to wipe your ass because you're so fucking fat and you can't reach back there with paper towels or fucking toilet paper or anything, if you use a fucking toilet brush, hey, good for you, man. As long as your ass is clean and you don't stink, I'm happy for you. What the fuck do you care about what I do with my stuff? He's so fixated on what I do with my stuff, what I do with my Transformer shit. They're fucking toys. This is a man-child. When I'm done doing my Transformers reviews and my baseball card reviews, I go back to being a man. I cook, I clean, I make sure that my bills are paid, that the electric bill is paid. I got gas in my car. This is a fucking man-child that cares way too much about shit like this. It's a mental disorder. It's definitely a sociopath. And I'm definitely beginning to think that he's got some sort of definitely got some sort of image issues, clearly because of his weight. He's got to be a lonely guy to talk all the bullshit that he does. Literally just spewing out things about me, making things up about fucking sneakers and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't make sense, folks. It's an unhealthy obsession with fucking toys. I'm beginning to wonder now. He's not, you know what, one of those. I hope not.
Transformers. They do. They do. I'm one of them. I value the hunt and the chase of getting those shiny pieces of worthless plastic, as you claim.
And now he admits to being a fucking man-child. You know why? He's so angry. He's so angry because guys like me have the financial firepower and have the smarts to be able to get this shit before he does. He's literally fighting over fucking toys, folks. Fucking toys. I'm a fan of this shit. I grew up with this stuff in the 80s. He's literally a fucking man-child. A big, giant, fat, round, gross, disgusting, ugly, bald-headed man-child. And because I did something a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit smoother, a little bit nicer, that I'm in charge of myself, I don't answer to a boss. He's personally offended by what I represent. That's what all of this bullshit is about. I represent something that offends him. It's called independence. And he don't like it. No, I can't get every fucking Transformer that I want, but I got a lot of them, including things that he probably can't get. And you just heard him admit it on camera. I like the chase. I like this. This obsession with fucking toys. It's a psychosis. It's clearly a psychosis. My life does not revolve around fucking children's toys. I collect these for escapism. And if I feel like selling them, I will. That's my prerogative. I'll do what the fuck I want. I'll eat what I want. I'll drink what I want. He just doesn't like, and that's what I'm trying to get to in this entire 2 hour, however minutes. I haven't even looked at the clock in a while. I should have been in fucking bed. So much for sleep. He doesn't like what I represent. The real cool kids on the playground. And he's not one of them. And he's not welcome to be on the team. He can't even fucking walk around his own block. He probably can't walk up a flight of steps if he tried. And he's worried about fucking toys. If that's your priority and you're worried about fucking children's toys as a grown adult, once I'm done doing a review, I put it up on a fucking shelf. And if I get a little stressed out, I'll pick one, futz with it for a while, put it back up on the shelf. It's still mine. I'll do what the fuck I want. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I should and shouldn't do with myself? Go fuck yourself. Fucking weirdo. That's what he is. He's a weirdo. He's one of the weirdos that I always call out. One of the fucking schoolyard losers that the bullies always pick on. And now he's become a bully. And he fucked with the wrong guy this time. Let's wind that back. Listen to how seriously, how fucking he is about his precious children's toys.
I value the hunt and the chase of getting those shiny pieces of worthless plastic, as you claim. But that's another thing he likes to do. He likes to stereotype. He likes to stereotype me. He claims that I'm a reseller or I'm a scalper or something because, unlike him, I have a sense of self-control.
Listen to how he said it. Self-control. He can't even speak properly. His fucking lips are as fat as his head. That's from all the fucking Wendy's chicken nuggets he shoves down his gullet. Self-control. Have you taken a look at yourself? Self-control. This is self-control. When I used to be 300 pounds, or close to 300 pounds, you see all that? I lost all that weight. I can sit here like this because I have no shame. You can't do that. I can. I am an example of self-control. People that know me for years that are subscribed to this channel will definitely verify I was a fat fuck at one time. And I lost all that weight. This is self-control. Eating healthy or going on a diet. You don't know what self-control is, Bubba. Unfucking believable with people. Again, does not know how to look at himself. I am everything that people like this represent. I am everything that people like this resent, excuse me, in proper English. I represent something that he doesn't like, he doesn't represent, he's not part of, and wants to be something so badly. He's a worthless nobody. Self-control. Look at that fucking body. Look at the physicality. He's definitely not bald by choice. He's going gray. He's severely obese, morbidly obese and overweight. And you're telling me I have no self-control? Really? Homeless for a year, been living in this apartment or in Charlotte for 11 years, even though I moved once to come right back here. Started my own business. No, I got no self-control at all. Jeez, woe's me. Put a lock on your refrigerator, motherfucker. Stop eating. Stop eating. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Self-control indeed.
But anyway, enough about that. Anyway, let's go back to what he was talking about. He was talking about how, you know, he gets Jordans because of childhood nostalgia. And
Right.
then he's weirdly segues into the fact that scalpers are low.
It's not Zegway, it's Segway. Again, he cannot enunciate words. He can't speak English. His lips are so fucking fat and filled up with fucking, I don't know, bologna grease. Or fucking pancake batter. I don't know what the fuck is on that thing. I gotta laugh, I'm sorry. Oh, I broke. I can't do this no more, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, God. People like this. This is the jealous kid in the schoolyard who wants to be the schoolyard jock, who wants to be the fucking captain of the football team and can't. Oh, my God. I fucking broke. Oh, he broke me. Oh, he broke me. Oh, jeez. I feel sorry for him. I really do. I take pity on him.
Live jobless dirtbags. My words, not his. Oh, no, his words, not mine. Sorry, his words, not mine.
Oh, there's the intellect at work again. There's the fucking blender with all the bananas and strawberries and vanilla ice cream that's floating around in his fucking brain. I don't know if I could do this no more. I don't know if I could finish this. Can I finish this? I'm so tired, guys. You have no idea how fucking tired I am. This is definitely going to be one of the longest things on this channel I've ever done.
That they are jobless dirtbags dealing out of the back of a vehicle. Let's make them.
That's what they do. That's what they do. Look at Cool Kicks. I have the best example. He brought up sneakers. All you have to do is look up Cool Kicks, and you'll find all the explanation you need as to why I said that. Cool Kicks. Look them up. And why the feds busted them. Again, evidence, motherfucker. Do real fucking homework like I've done. Cool Kicks was busted for reselling fucking sneakers right off of freight trains that weren't even released or were super rare, like samples, for example. Those are scalpers and flippers. But he can't differentiate between the two. Look up Cool Kicks. I dare any of you to do it.
A vehicle. Let's go with a 1976 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. You know, one of those big, huge gas guzzlers.
Guzzler. Is that what he said? Gluzler? I know, I fuck up my words sometimes. Gluzzlers? Dude, you gotta lay off the fucking Sour Patch Kids, man. I can only imagine the fucking battle zone that your tongue looks like from all the fucking candy and potato chips you eat. There's got to be polyps and all sorts of shit in there. Can you just imagine what's in there? NASA wouldn't even go there to explore what's inside that fucking mouth. And he can't even speak proper English.
Gentlemen, that's right. In his mind, he thinks that these criminals, these dirtbags, are literally...
They are. Again, ask Cool Kicks and any other reseller that's out there that's been busted by the feds because of this kind of shit. Facts are facts, like he likes to say. I'm trying, folks. I'm dead fucking tired. You have no idea how I'm holding on here.
the equivalent of a 1976 pimp who is...
I'm just going to move on here because it's the same talking points again.
Anyway, he paints every other person as your comic book level character who is trying to get you to buy overly priced items out of their truck, out of their car, when he is also himself a reseller.
And again, he attacks my eBay store. He's out of talking points at this point. There's a difference between scalping and reselling in the way that I do. Everything I have has been either opened or used by me. Fucking moron. Fat shit. I love that name. Fat shit. Everything I've ever sold on my eBay stores page has been used by me or reviewed by me. Either I can't wear it, I can't use it, it's too big on me. Everything that I sell has been fucking used by yours truly. He can't fucking deal with that fact that every fucking thing, every baseball card that right now is listed at my eBay store, review units, for example, like the hot rod that he harped on, I used it. It was up on my shelf until this guy came along. So I no longer need the other one. Therefore, what am I going to do? Give it away. No, I want to put some money back in my pocket. I have that right. I've short-circuited, folks. I don't know if I can continue. I'm trying. I'm doing this for all of you.
Tell me, how is this fair? How is this fair? I don't think it's fair.
Because he didn't get one. He didn't get a hot rod, and he didn't get a star. This is what this is really about, folks. We're getting down to the crux of all of this bullshit. Why he's throwing a fucking man-baby temper tantrum. He couldn't get one of these two. I guarantee he probably still can't. He's not going to be able to get one unless he buys one of the new knockoffs that came out with this guy. Well, actually, no. I think Thundercracker is the first knockoff we saw. He's throwing a hissy fit because he didn't get his toy, and he got offended that I actually threw these on the carpet. Hey, Penny Pounder, this is for you. I can do that because they're mine. And he fucking hates that I can do that because if I wanted to at any time, I can buy more. That's what this is all about. Fucking jealousy. He's a fucking man-child. A true, honest to goodness, fucking man-child. And if it breaks, I just get another one, that's all. They're fucking toys. We threw them around as kids. I'm throwing mine around as an adult. That's what he doesn't seem to fucking understand, which is another hidden joke that some of you should pick up on when I do that. In my live streams or in my videos. These used to be, like old school G1 Transformers were tossed around, thrown into a fucking box, thrown into some sort of bin. That's why a lot of them, when you find them, are all scratched up, missing stickers, and have broken parts on them. Because we didn't give a shit. We didn't care about them as kids. Why should we care about them as adults? I'm not saying that you should just, throw them into a leaf chipper. Obviously, if you're collecting these high-end, and I mean, they are pretty expensive compared to what they were back in the 80s. Even I can't deny that. But they're fucking toys. What do you think kids are doing with these? For God's sakes. He takes it so seriously. They're fucking toys, man. What do you think we did in the 80s? We fucking played with these. They're toys to me. That's how I treat them. I treat them as they should be treated, like toys. Yeah, they're collectibles adult collectibles these days. But at the end of the day, they're fucking toys. He's so offended by the fact that I would take that and throw it on the carpet. It pisses him off because I could do it because he probably couldn't get one. Really? God, thank God I got food in my refrigerator. Thank you, Lord Almighty. That a fat, overweight man-child like this would be so offended that I have something that he doesn't have. It's jealousy. It's right with jealousy. And you see his face. I don't know if you guys, I really haven't even checked the angle of my camera here, but he gets so into it. And the faces he makes, and he starts doing all that kind of stuff. He's truly triggered by this.
It's like my aunt used to say, what is good for the gander is good for the goose.
Wrong. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, idiot. Again, he fucked up. I can't. I'm trying. It's got to be like 3 hours, folks. Forgive me. If you've been able to last this long, God bless you all.
If those people on eBay are your comic book trench coat wearing 1970s criminals because they are
he takes it so seriously,
you know, reselling and all that, they are the dredges of society. If these people are that bad and he does the same thing, the fact...
Wrong. Again, when I went into that video talking about Starscream, this is where this man, his brain has to be filled up with pretzel sticks and guacamole. Never once have I taken a closed boxed figure, unopened, factory sealed, as far as Transformers are concerned, and sold them at my eBay store. And he keeps claiming he won't let that point go. I wanted a better hot rod. I got a better hot rod. I took him out of the box. I reviewed it. I throw it on my carpet. Because I can. It's mine. I do what the fuck I want with it. Never once have I sold an in-box closed anything like that. With the only exception being the Quintesson Pit, which I think was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Because I got two Quintessons up there already. And there was like the mini Kranix in it and the Sharkticons. But the box was damaged. I had no room to display the other Quintessons. I had no room because that would have been a perfect diorama. I simply didn't have the room. And I sold it for dirt cheap compared to what it was being sold for by other eBay sellers. Now watch, I just said that. And he's gonna, if he makes another video, he's gonna say,
you just said in the whole video that you didn't sell anything boxed and now you sold us something boxed.
It never ends. It never ends. Let's see if he takes the bait with that one.
He has an LLC, does not protect him.
Harps on the business. Let's just skip ahead. It's just fucking retarded.
Told me that the fans will eventually retaliate against the evil, oppressive, authoritarian dictatorship.
And they are. It's called buying knockoffs, you fucking idiot. I have knockoff Transformers up on my shelf. And you can't tell me if he's a lifelong Transformers fan. He probably has knockoff Transformers too. That's what I meant by that. But listen to how he fucking frames that, what I said.
That is known as the toy business industry. I had that all set up in my head. It didn't freaking work. It did not freaking work. I apologize.
I wonder why. Like I said, his brain is filled up with fucking pretzel sticks and fucking guacamole. It's no wonder it didn't work.
Nice. That's right. For some weird reason, this guy is now going the same route as Che Guevara. That's right. He's going the same route as Che Guevara. But didn't Che Guevara hate corporations?
You want to talk about reaching. This man could not reach for a bowl of sugar to put in his fucking Golden Crisp cereal if he tried. He couldn't even reach for the toilet paper. He probably can't even reach his back to fucking wash himself. You want to talk about a reach? That is definitely an astounding reach, if you ask me.
Doesn't Che Guevara, isn't his whole mentality a socialist where he doesn't want there to be corporations? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my...
Yeah, you know it all. You have all the facts, apparently. You know everything. Oh my god, yeah, you know everything. We all must bow before you because you're the Lord and Master of Transformers collecting.
I freaking go. I can't tell if he's joking or being serious with this
And there you have it. And that's where this argument is fucking dead. He doesn't understand what fucking satire and humor is. He can't tell the difference between me painting this absurd, ridiculous picture to try to give people a visual fix of what it is I'm talking about, as I'm very descriptive with things, and when I'm being genuinely serious. And again, he admits it. He can't figure it out. His brain can't process. It takes a higher mind to be able to conjure up visuals for people to actually get the point of what you're trying to say. Because half the time, I'm not serious anyway when it comes to my reviews and the things I talk about. Unless I am telling you, yeah, this is a real thing that's happening. But they're fucking toys. We're talking about toys, folks. I'm 49 years old. May, June, July, August. 49 years old in 4 months. It can't be this bad. It can't be this bad. Things cannot be this bad.
We're going to lead a revolution. We're going to lead a revolution. They will listen to us. They will no longer be able to take our toys and sell them for high prices. What the fuck is this shit?
Oh, he swore! He finally swore! We finally heard it. We got a fucking the shit out of him at least.
I'm listening to this and I'm literally thinking, oh my god. Oh my god. This rant right here, this Che Guevara impersonation that he's doing. I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, oh my god.
Just like you're doing a King Kong Godzilla impersonation, banging on your fucking man tits, like a silverback gorilla.
Angry Joe sounds more coherent when he's at the lowest points of his life.
How many times have we heard him misspeak in this video? How many things did he mispronounce? How many things did he get wrong? What's good for the gander is good for the goose. Touche, motherfucker. It's what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Get your fucking sayings right. Dummy. See what happens? You want to play this game.
It gets bad when I want to give Angry Joe props. That's what I want to do. I want to give Angry Joe props right now. Because even at his lowest, even when he's ranting and raving against Nerdrotic, he doesn't act like he's fucking Che Guevara like this guy.
Yeah!
Listening to this guy talking about revolutions and toys and all that shit makes me think that DSP Gaming is a little bit more sane.
And look at his face.
Listening to this guy talk about the toy revolution makes me want to buy some coffee brand coffee from Jeremy Hambley.
Look at his face. Look at his face. He really thinks he's so much better than I am. In every aspect. He thinks he's smarter than me. He thinks he knows better than me. He wants to tell me how I should talk and how I should behave, how I should treat my audience, which of course I treat all of you pretty well. You know that.
Is he... what?
Yeah. Oh my God. You reminded me of the Tasmanian devil. Oh my God, you can make a whole cartoon series based on this guy. Holy shit.
He talks about them, the Hasbro and Takara Tomy, talk about them starting to kiss, making them kiss the people's asses. Who the hell talks like this?
I do. It's called fucking comedy, stupid. It's called satire. If you actually take my fucking content that seriously, you're the problem. That's why my channel is bigger than yours.
I asked the question, who the hell talks like this when it comes to DSP gaming? Now I'm having to literally move that title over to this guy.
Wait, move that? Did he say move that title? And he's making fun of the way I speak? The guy can't even speak proper English. He can't enunciate. His fucking face is too fat. I'm telling you, it's that dead skunk that he has on the bottom of his chin. That's Klingon. That's not English. That.
What? Does he think that he's going to be able to round up 30,000 strong and march across the bridge to Hasbro?
He takes this shit so seriously. This is everything that I've ever said to any of you in any of my live streams, in any of my videos. How fucking dangerously serious fat fucks like him and the other weirdos and goofballs that are out there take this shit. And notice how he mentioned Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic is a god. God bless you, sir. God bless you. God bless you, sir. This is a man that takes this shit. His kind of people, these creatures, these fucking cancers of society, they take this shit way too seriously. They don't know they don't understand satire. They don't understand, what making fun of something is. It goes right over their fucking heads. And now this is the point where he completely goes off the rails and short circuits.
Headquarters? What? What?
What?
Hell, listening to this guy makes me want to go and actually listen to Hassan Piker.
Listen, he can't even speak. Did you hear what he said? I'm gonna licken Hassan Piker. Licken. I think he needs separate exercises to force him to lose weight with his head. Because he cannot enunciate, he can't speak English. Now he's all riled up. He's short-circuiting from this point on. It's nothing but a short circuit.
Who the hell wants to listen to Hassan Piker? Hell, listen to this guy. It makes me want to sit next to Joe Biden. Who wants to fucking sit next to Joe Biden? The people are going to make Hasbro and Takara kiss their ass.
And he takes it so seriously.
I'm sorry. Are you going to be leading a militia of 100,000 strong against the invaders known as Hasbro and Takara Tomy? Really?
What a man baby. What a fucking man baby. If you really took a statement like that as seriously as you did, you clearly have fucking emotional problems, man. You definitely got something wrong with you. When you care that much about inanimate objects that morph into fucking automatons and then morph into fucking vehicles and animals and shit, you got a problem, man. You really do. It's a fucking hobby. Oh, God, guys, I don't know how I'm lasting. It's already 5 minutes after 7. I don't know how I did it. It's got to be 5 hours on the clock by now. Let me check my thing here. Oh, shit. I'm like falling over because I'm so tired. Oh, my God, it's two and a half hours I've been doing this. Oh, jeez. When he wakes up and sees this video uploaded, the fucking milk is going to pop out of his nipples faster than a fucking cow feeding its calves.
Are you going to take it up into the jungles and you're going to stand there with bamboo sticks? Really? Listening to this guy talk about revolutions and toys and him being a wannabe Che Guevara makes me actually...
A wannabe... That's a good one, by the way. I'm going to put that one in my pocket and use that on somebody.
Want to try that pink sauce. You know that pink sauce that one influencer made a few years ago. It makes me actually want to try that shit. This wasn't just like a 2-second clip of him talking about kissing asses and all that. This was a drawn-out rant.
And that's all he's been doing the whole time is ranting. What do you think this is? This is a rant. A 37-minute rant about me. What's so different? The difference is because he got offended by it because we're talking about his precious fucking man baby toys. God fucking damn. Oh, I feel sorry for people like this in this world, that people like this actually exist, that they take this shit way too seriously, man. Why so serious? You know? It's like, jeez. They're fucking toys at the end of the day. Oh my God. If you guys, all of you have figured me out already. You already know what I'm all about. I throw a lot of satire and a lot of bullshit out there. You know, a lot of head-scratching shit. Because it draws you in. Because I know people are like, oh my God, what's he going to say next? You know what I mean? It's all for fun, man. Unless I'm being really, really serious about certain topics. When I'm talking about toys, you can't be that fucking serious.
This was a rant.
And what do you think you're doing, fatso?
Keep in mind, this is the same guy who calls other flippers, other scalpers, other resellers, whatever, he calls them parasites. I'm not sure if he does or not.
And he keeps repeating. See, now this is where he's trying to send it home and he can't. He's ran out of things. That's why this part of this whole video is precious to me, because he completely short circuits. He starts repeating himself. He's ran out of things to say. It's the same boring shit.
I can't speak
but
for him.
We'll entertain.
But it sounds like he hates corporations, which is funny because he himself is an LLC.
An LLC? LLC. LLC. Too many Sour Patch Kids, dude. Stay away from them things. Everlasting gobstoppers are out of the question, bro. See, short circuits.
I can't make this up. It's like the people who hate video games that gets into the video game universe or whatever. The journalists, you know, they hate video games, but they want to play video games and make video games, but they hate video. That's what this guy reminds me.
How many times have I said that I'm a child of the 80s, man? I can rattle off about 20 different fucking types of cartoons that we watched. And this guy literally is saying the hobby's not for me and it's not for you. The hobby belongs to fat, lonely pigs like him that don't have a girlfriend, that can't see their own ding-dongs because they're too fat and swollen. I bet you I wonder if that's a computer chair that he's sitting on. I bet you it's a stool, a flat stool with no backrest on it like I have. Just wondering. Or maybe it's a dolly with handles on it. This is exactly the kind of person I've always complained about. Someone that thinks they own these fucking hobbies, that they think they can control what people say and do. It's just like the fucking Star Wars freaks that are out there in the 501st. That they think they can tell people what to do with their fucking costumes, that they can tell people how to walk and talk and think. Fuck all that. This is one of them. A fat, lumbering, fucking, walking fucking blob. Filled up with nothing but fucking ketchup and mayonnaise and chocolate milk. A giant fucking Jigglypuff. A Snorlax. I fucking hate people like this, that they think they own the hobby when they don't. He tells me I'm Che Guevara. What's a big fat fucking leader that's out there? Oh, Kim Jong-un. He's a Kim Jong-un of Transformers collecting. Big fat overweight Kim Jong-un. Well, Kim Jong-un's a fat fuck himself anyway. So it fits. Perfect. But that phrase that he said right there gives him away. This hobby is mine. You have no business being part of it. You can't have anything to do with it. Stay away. Those are my toys that you have, that I should have, that you're not allowed to have. You shouldn't have them. It's mine. That's what all of this boils down to, folks. This is a fucking man-child. A real fucking man-child.
I can't make this up. I can't make this up. It's like the people who hate video games that gets into the video game universe or whatever.
It sounds like a fucking motorcycle starting up. Who is he to tell people who can and cannot play video games? Again, somebody that's trying to control the hobby. That's what this is all about. He thinks only people like his fat ass have a right to get into these hobbies. Bullshit.
Journalists, they hate video games, but they want to play video games and make video games, but they hate video. That's what this guy reminds me of. He reminds me of something that he absolutely hates, but he participates in. Hey, bud.
Participates it? Participates it. Again, we're talking about improper English. And any worries about the things I say?
If I'm wrong, but I may be wrong, but didn't Che Guevara dislike corporations? And here you are basically trying to act like a low-tier Che Guevara.
And you're definitely a big, round Kim Jong-un, bro. This hobby is not yours. It doesn't belong to you. You can't tell anybody what to do with their fucking stuff. They can do whatever they want. They can run whatever business they want. They can sell what they want. Yeah, it fucking sucks. We got scalpers that immediately pull a thing off a shelf and go sell it right away. That's not what I do. Meathead. Even
Fidel Castro will look at you and go, dude, stop role playing. To wrap things up,
Oh, here's his
I generally
conclusion.
did not want to make this video,
I didn't want to make this one.
but the Carolina Collector left me no choice.
No, you left me no choice.
His own actions forced.
Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. Isn't that true in science? What goes up must come down.
This position. He seems to believe that criticism equates to hate.
I
It
never
doesn't.
said that.
When you choose to become a public YouTube content creator,
No, what happens is that when you're an overgrown man-child trying to tell everybody what to go do with their lives, you're going to get a backlash. And you're getting a good backlash from me. Never tell a person what to go. I've said this plenty of times in my videos. I don't agree with gay people and all that kind of shit. But if they're not bothering me and they're doing their things behind closed doors, have at it, man. I got gay friends and lesbian friends. That doesn't mean I hate them. I might not like it, but who am I to tell them what to go do with themselves? We might get into some heated fucking conversations about it. But I am no God. I am no fucking Savior. I am not the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ or anything like that. People are going to do what they're going to fucking do regardless and despite what I say. But when you're literally out here trying to fucking tell me what to do with my eBay business, what I shouldn't do, literally claiming this hobby as your own, you're just like the rest of the fucking dirtbag, nerd, dork, bookworm losers out there that are literally trying to put a stranglehold on these hobbies. When these hobbies are supposed to be about all the fucking fans, not just a select group of fucking, high school fucking losers playing Magic the Gathering in a corner because they're worried that the high school jocks will come and beat them up and turn them upside down and pull rabbit ears out and steal their fucking money off of them for lunch. He represents everything I fucking hate in the fandom these days. And that's why he mentioned Nerdrotic, because Nerdrotic does what I do. Well, actually, I do what he does, because Nerdrotic is bigger channel than I am. But I do what Nerdrotic does. These fucking weirdos, they want this hobby just for them and nobody else. Fuck you. I've been a child. I'm a child of the 80s. I am like cancer. I am here to stay until the hobby dies, whether you like it or not. My eBay business will continue to go on. I will continue to collect Transformers. I got Transformers right there. I yet to review. You are not the fucking Lord and Savior of this hobby. Eat shit. But you probably do anyway. You look like the type. That's why your fucking bottom lip looks so swollen, like the way it does. Let's finish this off.
And post public rants. You open yourself up to commentary and reaction videos. That's how the platform works.
And he's trying to educate me about the internet. Oh boy. 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 He is trying to. This is what you call Power Fantasy, I believe, where he literally thinks he knows better than I do. You don't think I don't watch the fucking bullshit that goes on? Like, I don't know about guys like Kino Casino, for example. Huh? Or, again, he mentioned Nerdrotic. What about, what the hell are they called? Oh, shit. Geeks and Gamers, for example. What about guys like them? No shit.
He has no one to blame for this video existing but himself.
Oh, wait until he watches this video.
If he had simply accepted that people are allowed to critique his public statements instead of throwing a tantrum and abusing reporting tools, none of this would be happening.
Oh, so now he's the big bad bully now all of a sudden. Oh, so, well, because he attacked me first and I responded equally and maybe a little bit more aggressively, he didn't like that. This is nothing more than a fucking man-child temper tantrum. For whatever fucking reason on Facebook, he started attacking me on Facebook. I didn't know he had a YouTube channel. And he started fucking posting all this crazy shit on Facebook. And then all of a sudden he's making videos about me. I never said a word about this guy. He started this first. Therefore, he is the aggressor, not me. When you push, people are going to push you back, fatso. You wanted it, you got it.
The harder he tries to fight the standard critique, the worse he makes it for himself.
Oh, I don't think so, buddy.
That is all I have to say regarding this video. There will be some more upcoming videos in the near future.
Yeah, nothing but conspiracy videos and fucking bully videos and everything else that I've seen on this fucking channel. You know, it's all worthless nonsense and mindless bullshit of somebody that clearly is a fucking man-child, wants to take control of the fucking Transformers hobby. He thinks the hobby only belongs to him and his fat shit friends and ugly fucking weirdly shaped, misshapen fucking weird people just like him. You know, the ones with the septum rings and 18 earrings in each ear and the fucking shaved head down the middle with the fucking hair coming off to the sides and whatever weird goofy shit that these people are all about. And he doesn't fucking like it. Believe me, because if I want to push back, I could push back way harder. But he's the one that fucking started this on Facebook, not me. I have no idea who he is. I don't give a fuck who he is. Now that I know what he's all about, he's nothing but an overgrown, lonely, sickly, morbidly obese man baby that cares more about this kind of shit, these little plastic figurines that morph into things, than taking care of himself and being fucking realistic as how the real world works. He's offended by me because of what I represent. A free thinker, a free speaker. I complain about women all the time, but at least I get fucking girls. That I'm making money, I got a great audience, I got good friends, a nice home. He doesn't like it. I could fit into my clothes at least. I lost weight. I take care of myself physically. I represent everything that he is not. It's everything that I've ever talked about here on YouTube. And we don't have to fucking put up with it. So I hope Fatso enjoys his latest roasting. Because I got plenty of food to put on the barbecue rack. Stay the fuck away from my shit. You want more? You want to keep doing this forever? I'm retired. I got all the time in the world. Based on how you look and your fucking obvious fucking uppercase A or triangle that you look like a fucking pyramid, you look like you don't have long to go. It's going to be coronary heart disease or some other shit. Especially the way I hear you talking. I thought he was going to have a stroke on camera. like he was a dog gnawing on a bone. He couldn't even get words out of his mouth half the time. Like he was literally having a stroke. This hobby is not yours. I'll do with it as I please. go fuck yourself. See you around, folks. God damn, I gotta piss. Jesus, what a mess.